blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe.
I'm back. Hi, guys. Hi. I'm sorry. I forgot it was Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and for all the mothers that are doing their shit. I have Riley backstage. I'm getting ready to bring Riley up. I'm really excited about this conversation with Riley. I understand he did an interview with Moving Mad. I understand he did an interview with Mary, with Kiki and Kibitz, but we're going to have a conversation here. So hold on a second. Let me grab Riley. Hi, Riley.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, Miss Heidi? How you doing?
Nothing much. I'm doing great. I'm tired, but I'm doing great.
I know. I heard you was gallivanting across the globe in the ocean.
Yes, I am great. So Riley. Season 6. Woo.
Here we go.
So your father's from Trinidad.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you born in Trinidad or were you born here in the States?
I was born in Queens, New York, born and raised in Queens, New York. Yes.
Okay, we got a lot of New Yorkers here too, but so I don't want to start out pummeling you with questions. So tell me about your experience, not all the details, but what made you decide to actually apply to go on before the 90 days?
Okay. So the lady, the person I was dating, like the one that left to Philly to check on her house and just never came back. She what's going on? I know that person.
That's Debbie.
What's up? Yeah, I'm sorry. I know who that is. Hey, girl, listen. So she was watching. I never really watched the show. I never watched the show, and it was COVID. She was always watching it. And when she left and everything, and then like right after that, my dog died. And I know it sounds crazy, but he saved my life. When I got home from deployment, like I had no real reason to live. And like I got this dog and now I have a reason to wake up and, so he passes away like maybe 4 or 5 days after she leaves, right?
Okay.
Or tells me she's not coming back. And rightfully so, she had her trauma, her things that she was still working through, and she did what she felt was best for her. Because I will be honest, I am not easy to love, but I am not. It's heightened with a person that is dealing with their trauma. She was in an abusive relationship, a physical and mentally abusive relationship before me. She got out of it, and if we get upset, and I could see now better because I saw the show and I saw when I got upset how I looked to people, and I was like, oh, So I own that. She had her little flashbacks, and that was fair. I would never put my hands on her or anything, but I got it, and I respect it. But all that is happening. I'm sad. I'm miserable. I'm left alone with my thoughts at night, and there's a saying that idle hands are the devil's playground. And I was worried for myself because I know how my mind could go into a dark place and I want to do self-harm or something like that. And I said, I'm going to talk to somebody else. I'm gonna meet somebody and talk to them. And I didn't mean necessarily a woman or anything. It was just, I was like, oh, I'm gonna talk to a female, and I download this app and get on it. But anyway, long story short, I was like, it would be crazy if I get on the show, my ex-girlfriend, her favorite show with another woman. Bad energy.
Oh no, Riley, no.
Bad energy. I know, but that is what made me apply. what made me continue and to actually do it was, I fell in love with Violet. I did fall in love with her. By the time people are seeing us on the screen, we were together 2 years.
Okay, so just stop with that. Mm-hmm. So you fell in love with Violet. So I do have a question. So as I'm watching the show and we're commentating on the show, when you decided to hire a private detective, did you really hire a private detective, or did you just speak to that private detective?
I just spoke to him, and the reason why is because people didn't get to see it. I caught her in lies before, and it was one big lie in particular that could have negatively affected my job. So with who I work for, the last thing you want to do when you have a security clearance is your job find out something about a person you're associated with before you do.
I know. My son is a special agent, so trust me, they did a background check on me, and I told him, look, and I told him, I said, Lord, they're gonna find out about the bodies I done buried. Right. He was like, Ma.
I guarantee you, when he was doing his security clearance packet, they came and spoke to you. They spoke to his neighbors.
They spoke to his daddy. They spoke to me. They spoke to my fiance at the time. They sent a whole team out, and I was like, I'm not working for the government. He is, but they have to do that background check.
They have to do that. So sorry, go ahead.
No. So, you broke up with the lady. You decided to go on the show. You started looking for a woman. You found Violet. Oh God, I'm sorry. You found Violet. Her name is, as far as I was concerned, she was Vile, but we'll call her Violet because you were in love with her. Then you guys started the process. Now 3 years, and doing the C-19. Okay. So you guys decided, or did you decide to go on the show, or did Violet want to go on the show?
Okay, so it was my idea, but so let's go back a little. We were doing the casting process. She was all for it. She did the casting. They meaning the production, could not get a work visa to go to Vietnam. It was during COVID.
Yes.
We were asked if we're willing to meet in another country. We said yes. We both chose Canada. Canada is not that far from me. I live in the Poconos.
I know where you're at. I have a friend that lives there in Strasbourg.
So it's not. Yes, right. It's not that far. And then because she could leave the country and come back because she is a resident of the country.
Yes.
So we couldn't coordinate, and we were supposed to be on season 5 of Before the 90 Days.
Okay.
But because the coordination couldn't work, everything didn't work out, they put us on the back burner, and they brought in, for what I understand, Ben and Mahogany as our replacement. That's why they came in so late in the season. They were our replacement. So, that's what happened. And then COVID is at full. We are still in COVID. COVID ends. And then they contacted me and said, hey, are you still interested in the show? And at that time, I was like, I don't know. We're having some problems. It's not good vibe. I don't think so. And she messed up, but she was like, whatever you want to do, I'll do to prove my love to you. This is her words to me, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, you know what, Violet, if you could just answer some questions and, we could get through our past from the lies and all, this will be a great start for us because the notoriety, the exposure, we start our family business. She wanted to open a coffee shop, a Vietnamese coffee shop and bakery. And I wanted to eventually I had a studio, audio video studio, but I wanted to do the cigar lounge eventually. And I was like, well, we'll have a great head start as a family with a family business if we do it because people are going to know us, So that is how that happened. So by the time we're filming, I'm with her over 2 years.
Okay, so let me ask you. So she wanted this Vietnamese coffee. So were you going to foot that bill, or was she going to be putting money in?
I was going to do it. No, I was going to do it because if she would have came here to America, like if things would have worked out, she would have came here. She wouldn't be able to get a job or anything, right? There was no way, because you have to wait until you get married and change your status, and then you're allowed to work. So I was like, well, I will, if this is what you want, this is the type of person I am. If this is what you want, this is what I'll do for you. You know, and I know it sounds crazy, but you guys, Lexi is who I'm with now. She knows whatever she wants, I will do
I
that.
see who you're with now.
Yeah.
I see her all over your IG. Didn't
Yeah.
she make an appearance on the show? Or
Yeah, she was the one that took care of Mila for me and drove me to the airport.
Yes.
We were just friends, and she's the one that convinced me to do the show. 'Cause I was like, we're not in a good place. I don't think I should. And she was like, you need to do this to get closure. She was there for from all of it, the beginning and everything. Even my ex, Lexi was going through a divorce when we met. And she knew about my ex and everything. We met at my grand opening for my studio, my audio video studio. That's how we met. So she knew everything. She's been there from the beginning. I was leaning on her with my pain. She was leaning on me with her pain because she's 25 years of marriage is going away. And, you know, we started out as really good friends, and we didn't become business partners until like maybe a few months after I got back from Vietnam. We became business partners.
So,
Wife startup course for Violet's Cafe and another, no, not another country, not in another country. It was going to be here in Stroudsburg. Okay. Because that's where we would have relocated. She would have relocated to me. And I was saying, okay, if I start a business, she can't work. But if we have a business, she can work at the business, which is a family business. And I can't pay her, but she'll reap the benefits of me having that business.
Okay, you know? So let me tell you what I saw. And I told you backstage for a while, I thought you were so gullible. I said, and I'm serious. I mean, I said, come on, Riley. Now you get there. This woman is supposed to be on break from school, but she has school activities that she had commitments for. And like I told you backstage, the first thing I said was, she's got somebody else, or she's not divorced yet. She's still married. I said, she's lying through her teeth. I saw it. And, you know, I watched her. She was, and to be honest, Riley, she wasn't interested in you. She wasn't that into you. You were her backup.
I agree with you. Now, let me explain to you when we landed and she left, right?
Okay.
Two things. See, they didn't show it because if they would have showed, this is what the determination I got to, is that they couldn't let the audience like me too much.
Yeah, you were the bad guy. Everybody
was the
bad
guy. Right. They couldn't let them like me. Like, they made it sound like I only had 2 girlfriends my whole life and they were Asian, right? They like I'm some lonely guy. Like they didn't. I told the story about Laura, black woman, met her in college in Queens, dated her. Life happened. No, she didn't cheat on me. Laura
did not cheat on you.
The girlfriend before that, and that was like 15 years ago.
Oh, but that's not the way they made
it sound like it was recent.
Yeah, but they made it sound like you were this lonely. And I'm sitting there going, oh, but damn, women on the East Coast, you got to go there?
No, it was not. Laura, so Laura and I, we were talking marriage. Laura passed away.
Oh.
Laura is before the one that went back to Philly and never came back. I don't want to say their names because I want to.
Okay, don't do that. Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So they cut that out. Like I had fruitful relationships. The one with the 15 years ago, when you know what happened? I deployed and I came back and she was dealing with the guy. It happens to all types of soldiers and sailors, and they cut all that out and made it sound like it happened a year before I met.
That's the way I thought, Riley. I was like, wait a minute. And I'm thinking that she cheated on you. You guys had just broken up. But living in Virginia Beach and Norfolk, I've always lived in a military area. Like I tell everybody, these Navy guys be so stupid. You got these women that wait for them to come off the ship. And then when they go out, they got another man driving their ship. They got another man living with them. I watched it all. Yes.
We call him Jody. That's what we call him, Jody. And I'm like, and so they manipulated the edit to make it look like I'm some idiot or I'm a lonely guy. I am not. I was down and out when I did meet Violet, who she kicked it to me.
Okay.
I was down and out because I had a lot going on. I had a lot of loss at that time, and I was depressed. I'm a human being, and
Yeah.
Now, the only thing that I agree with fans and all that is the red flags part, right? I did see them, but when you're in love, you really, I really thought that we could make it like an idiot. I just commented on somebody's Maggie video. I just commented before I came on. It was like, they said something, and I was like, "Yeah, absolutely right. I can't argue that. I was an idiot." What can I say?
What? Okay, now a lot of women, you know, they looked at you and they said you were rude and you were this. I'm like, hell no, she's planning for a fool, and I did. I thought when you went to meet her for dinner that night, and I just told you backstage when you gave her those pearls, I'm like, come on, Riley, she can get that shit there. But you didn't know. You didn't think about it. But the way she was just, it was like, okay, really? You bring me pearls? She could have just said, thank you. She would have been really, she was just nonchalant about it, like no appreciation at all.
Right. So I'm going to explain that. So one, I didn't catch it. I didn't see what she said like until everybody else saw what she said. I didn't know she was saying all that when she did her little interview. But these are two things. One, I had just got off a 32-hour flight. I was exhausted. And like when she left, I wasn't upset. Because I knew it was something wrong, but I didn't have any energy because I was so tired. And I was like, you know what? That's cool. I'm just going to take a shower and go to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. Production was like, absolutely not. Y'all are filming. You know what I mean? So,
but here's
go ahead. But wait. The pearl thing, and I got vilified. Like the people were destroying me. I don't know. I'm the type of guy, I'll change your brakes. I'll fix something in the house. I'll beat up somebody for you. I'm that guy. I'm like change your oil kind of guy. I don't know. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to buy flowers and roses and purses. I don't know anything about clutches and coats and this and that. So when I bought the roses, it was based on what I remember my mother saying to me, that pearls are beautiful and we hand it down in the family.
Yes.
That's what I remember. So I was like, oh, she has 2 daughters. I'll get her pearls because it's something beautiful and you can hand it down. I don't know. I should have bought her a gold necklace or something or whatever. I don't know.
Gold is pretty cheap over there too. So
I get it. But I don't know. But they didn't show all the other gifts I got her. The designer shades and the purses and all that. They didn't show any.
No, they made you look simple-minded because I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, when you're going to another country, you don't do your research on. You know, there's a few things that I felt that you should have known that, you know, going to another country, knowing the customs and, you know, especially when you went to visit with her mother, but I'm jumping ahead. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Okay, we're going to talk about that. Okay.
But when Violet's sitting there and, you know, you guys are out to eat, if you looked at her face, I mean, if you went back and watched that interaction between the two of you, that told me right there she wasn't into you. She had no, even her eyes. And then when you had your friend, you know, to speak to her that one time, you know, she's got an attitude. Every time you want to ask her something, it's not the right time. Why you always starting? And the way they made it look was every time you guys were having fun, out of the blue, you would start shit with her.
Right. And it never happened that way. It was always them telling me, listen, ask her about this. It was always that. Because I'm not a dummy. You know, I'm from New York, bro. Like, I'm not a dummy, right? It's no way to, example, what man is going to tell a woman, hey, guess what? I was going to have somebody follow you. No man will do that shit. The only time a man will say, yo, I had somebody follow you, and guess what? I got this information because of that. That's if they had something. They would not volunteer. And I can promise you, I promise you on my mother, the producer was like, wouldn't you want to just have a fresh shot and say everything? I said, what dude in their right mind would tell a woman this thing? That's like, honestly, it's effed up, right? But they made me. So whenever you see us having a good time, I'm not saying every single time. It was sometimes where I just brought it up. I took it as an intro to bring up something. But every single time, every scene, it's them saying, okay, today we're going to shoot and we're going to discuss this. But they kept us separated. They wouldn't let us talk, right? So they would tell me what to say, and then they'd tell her, all right, whatever he does, don't give him a hug goodbye. Don't do this. Don't do that.
So let me ask you. So how many days did you guys shoot? How many days?
13 days in Vietnam. In Vietnam, 13 days. They
13
wanted
days.
14. They wanted 14, but my job gave me a requirement to be out of the country by a certain date because of who I work for, you know.
Yep. So let me ask you. So 13 days. So when you guys weren't filming, because I know you weren't filming all the time, were you guys communicating on the phone or anything else?
She would text me about what I was wrong in doing. Like, so when I'll go back to my hotel. So this is how it was doing. They'll drive me back to my hotel. They will drive her back to her house, right? So, like, after we shot, they didn't say, okay, guys, we're breaking for the day. You know, we're done. Y'all could go and hang out, see you guys tomorrow. It wasn't that. They would physically take her and take her back to her house, and they'll take me to my hotel to keep us separate. She would text me and be like, why did you say that? Why did you do that? I said, because I had a question. Why won't you answer it? Why are you bringing up the past? Stop bringing up the past. Because I need to understand this. I don't understand why you would do something like this. I need to know why you did it. And it would be another argument. It's straight up. It would be another argument. Then after a while, she started getting hip and she started sneaking back to the hotel, coming to my hotel. And at first, what I was doing, because it was you saw the restaurant. The restaurant was on the roof of the hotel.
Yes.
And the crew was staying in the same hotel. And we were all not together, but I would see them on the roof after shooting that day, that, you know, live music and eat.
Yeah.
I would purposely not let her come to my room and pick them up to the hotel because of the contract. I didn't want to mess up. I didn't know what I could and couldn't do. So they would see her with me. I was like, yo, she came on her own. I didn't do it. And I would see like the cameraman look at me like, hey, what are y'all doing? I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And that's when they started trying to separate us even more.
So everything was for the cameras. You couldn't have any interactions unless the camera was there.
Right. They didn't they frowned upon it because they didn't want to miss anything. And which business wise, I understand. It's a show that you got to capture whatever you can capture, but it's also the devil because we're not able to communicate and work things out.
Yes, and you're not able to get to know each other better.
Right.
You know, you're always filming. There's nothing in between.
Right.
You stop for the day, you go.
Exactly.
So here's my dumb question. So I have not dumb. I have three things that bothered me.
Okay.
When you went to get your outfit.
Yeah.
You know, and she said that yes.
Girl. I was livid.
But you didn't, you know, I'm looking at her and she's talking to the lady in the store. I think she said it was a friend or whatever she was. And she's laughing. And I'm like, what was funny about that? I didn't find a damn thing funny about that.
I didn't find a damn thing funny either. And
I thought she said you were black and ugly. I had to go back and listen again.
All right. So that moment was 100% real. The network or whatever, the production had nothing to do with that moment. I'll give them their props. I was so upset at that moment, but I understand this. Like, I know it's cameras around. There's people we don't know them. I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm the only black guy in this damn country so far that I've seen. Right?
Yeah, I was looking too.
Right. So I sat down and I just asked her, you really said that? Because I understood it a little. And I was like, what did you say? And she's like, da 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 da. And I sat down and I said, you really said that? Because I thought she was messing with me because they were laughing. And I was like, she was like, yeah. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to be quiet. I'm going to sit here and be quiet because I want to tell you off, but I don't want to do it here. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a private conversation between us. So
Roddy,
that
I think
was real.
They lied to us. I think they changed that translation. I swore she said black and ugly. I'm serious. Or then I said maybe she said fat ugly, but I need to tell you, you look
I understood
100% better than you did on that show.
Thank you. I lost a lot of weight. I was almost 300 pounds on that.
You look good, but I was laughing because you were sweating like a pig in one scene. I said, he's got on linen and he's sweating.
Yo, one blogger said, Riley, why are you sweating so much? And I commented, I said, because I'm fat and it's hot. It's so hot here. And then you gotta. I was like, man, I had a hand towel and a water, and I was
you had on linen. You had a linen.
No, I lit it. Right, I was dying over it. Look, And I was almost 300 pounds too back then. Like my body was hurting so much. I was going through so much. Like I was so like physically from the army. I was going through so much. I was taking medication. I gained a lot of weight. I've never really been that big. Never really. Like my ideal weight would like for the most of my life was like 240, 245. Right. I was almost 300 pounds there. Right. And
but you're tall. So but you're tall though.
I'm 6'4", and a lot of people go, "Oh, it doesn't look like it." I'm like, bro, let my knees and my back tell you it's different.
It doesn't look like it, when you have on certain when you have that white outfit on. But I've known guys that I went to school with, and 6'4", 6'5", they're carrying 300, 320, but you can't see it with the clothes on, but you can feel it. So I understand that.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
But when she said that to you, I was, oh my God, I was like, but they were laughing about it. And I was like, what the fuck is funny about that? Excuse my language, but I didn't find it funny. And then when I thought was funny, when you went to that cigar shop and you got on the back of that motorcycle.
Bro,
I'm sorry.
Can I tell you about that? I mean, I don't want to like show y'all how the sausage is made, but let me tell you something about that motorcycle guy. That guy worked on the crew. That was Tommy.
That's what Debbie said. Debbie said he was a crew guy.
He's a crew member, right?
Okay.
And it was after the argument in the restaurant, and I was like, yo, I'm not filming with her again. I'm not filming with her because like this is ridiculous. Like she's day after day she's taking shots at me, and I'm sitting here being nice about it, but whatever. And I'm tired of arguing. So they were like, look, bro, we're in this country. You spent a lot of money for our crew to get here. You're filming something. I was like, well, I'll film whatever you want, but I ain't filming that. Y'all can film me at the cigar lounge. I want to go to the cigar lounge. So I thought
it was funny. You talking to this guy.
That shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious. I walk outside and it's Tommy. I'm like, what the? Yeah, Tommy's going to take you around and y'all going to do this. And I was like, all right, cool. And then when we stopped, they were like, ask him to go up to have a cigar with you. I was like, we're on this earth. When I asked this strange man that I just hired on TV for TV, I hired to take me around like I'm some pathetic, I don't have friends type shit.
Debbie and I were laughing so hard. I
was like, all right. I was like, all right.
They walking to a random stranger. Debbie goes, girl, that's crew. He's part of the crew. Debbie thought the private investigator that you spoke with on the screen was part of the crew.
No, the private investigator is real. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to film anymore, but let me just get this over with so I can leave. And then we sit down and we start talking, and he's telling me how wrong I am, right? And I'm sitting there like,
that's why we thought he was her brother.
Wait, listen. And I was just like, at first, I was like looking at Tommy. I'm just like, because y'all don't see it. They cut it. I was just like, the fuck are you talking about, Tommy? Right?
Yeah, I'm serious. When he said, well, you got to understand the customs, and I was like, bullshit.
Bullshit.
That was
I was like, bullshit. Right? So I look in the corner of my eye, and I see the producer going. I was just like, and then I like in my mind, I'm like, all right, I see what's going on. I'm not getting out of this shit. I'm not going home. They're gonna make me finish filming. So if you really notice, since that point on, I never argued with her. I stopped arguing because I was like, I'm not arguing with this woman. I'll do the scene, but I'm not arguing. Oh, ask her about your dad. All right, I'll ask her about my dad. And then she says a real fucking fucked up shit, like saying, I don't regret what I did knowing he was sick and all that. And all I said was like, okay. And then like they're like, Riley, that's all you have to say? I was like, that's all I have to say. Then she looks over, rewatch it. She looks over at the producer or somebody, and she goes, "You're Captain Kill or King Kill Mood or something like that." And she looks over at them like saying, "Did I say it right?" And I'm just like, "This shit is crazy. They're fucking setting me up."
But I'm trying to understand. You said that you were in love with her, but you never met her. You were just talking to her on the internet, and there's a lot of fish. What do you call it? Going on. But so I looked at your story and I was like, he can't be that damn desperate. And this is me. I said, oh my God, all the women. I said, he's New York, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey. I'm going through You know, that East Coast
right.
along that line. I
Yeah.
said, and he picks her. I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand.
And I understand, and you're right to have that thought. Every single person that had that thought process is right. You have to understand, though, you're talking about someone that had dealt with a lot of loss in their life. They had done some really effed up things in the military, and it haunts me, right? And at that moment, I was so weak, and I was not lonely. What's the word? Depressed and isolated. You know, even though it was self-inflicted isolation, that I grabbed onto anything that gave me a little hope. So I was weak at the moment, right? And I fell in love with her, and I never denied that I still had love with her. Like, I did fall in love with her.
But
it was
you
just
actually
the weakness in me at that moment that allowed me to fall in love with her.
So you reached out to a stranger. She gave you the attention, told you the things that you wanted to hear.
Not wanted, needed to hear, because I was so bad.
Needed to hear. And you know, and that made you start feeling good. Made you feel that. I get that.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
So here's the thing I need you to do. Next time you talk to Madsy, just let him know that we're going to go on before the 90 days. He and I will. I'm going to go to him.
Listen, how far you're in the DMV area, right?
I used to live in Maryland and Virginia Beach, but now I'm in Spokane, Washington.
Oh, that's so far. That's far. Oh, dang.
No, that ain't bad, because I can jump on a flight. You know, I'm about to catch another flight. You know, I don't mind flying.
Right.
You know.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. When by God's will, if we could open up next month, but during just based on what you said, just read between the lines. If you make it here for the grand opening of my lounge, you may have an opportunity to speak to certain people that you just mentioned.
Wait a minute. When is
you may. You may.
When is this grand? Look, I've already told you I'm kidnapping Shaggy. Okay. So when is this grand opening?
I'm hoping sometime in July. I'm gonna be honest. Like, we just started getting the electrical done last week. We have one section done, and now we're doing the next section. We just actually, Lexi and I this morning went to Home Depot to buy the other lighting and stuff, and the emergency exit stuff. So we're hoping, by God's will, July, the latest August. We're thinking. So because we're not taking out a loan or anything. Say again?
August 2nd, I'm on a plane to Vegas. I'm back August 6th. Okay. So we can delay. I can fly straight from Vegas to the East Coast.
Oh my God. I can't make no promises because Lexi has all the power. I give her all the power. But I will definitely keep you. We follow each other now and everything. I will definitely keep you updated. And, you know, I post regularly about my business and all that. So I will definitely keep you updated, but it would be an honor and a privilege to have you at the grand opening.
Oh my God, thank you. And I will try my best to make it. I don't have a problem flying. But let me, so let's get back to Violet. Look, to Violet. That's what I call her. She started pissing me off at one point. When you went over to meet her mom, her brother, and her two daughters, okay? Yeah. You brought the daughter a present because it was her birthday.
No.
I thought you got the daughter tennis shoes.
I asked her daughters what would they like from America.
Okay.
Right? They gave me a list. At first, they were asking for iPads and stuff like that. And I was like, that's absolutely not. No, we're not doing that. Asked me. So her daughter asked me, and I don't know nothing about this stuff, Burberry lipstick. I thought lips was like $10, $15. That shit was like $50.
Burberry lipstick?
Burberry, that's what it is. Burberry, what is that?
Yeah.
Is it Burberry? That's what it is. Yeah, she asked me some kind of lipstick. I got that for her. Her daughters asked me for some ice cream, Air Force Ones or something. I had to ask my boy Chris, who they cut out, my best friend. I had to ask him to help me. He's a sneakerhead. He's the one that do the podcast where he's a sneakerhead. I had to ask him to help me because I don't know nothing about that stuff.
Okay.
And I bought them I bought them Kate Spade bags and backpacks. I bought them a whole bunch of stuff. So all together between her two daughters and her, I think I brought in like $5,000 worth of gifts, right? But then I asked her what should I get your mom? I don't know what to get your mom. And her words were, you don't worry. I don't know. Don't worry about her. She doesn't need anything. Now I got thrown under the bus. I got thrown under the bus in that.
Yes,
scene,
you did.
right?
Yes,
and
you
then
did.
the next scene when she was like, why didn't you bring anything? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I saw you look at her. I saw you look at her.
I asked you. So she went online. I was getting so much hate for it. She went online on her Instagram at the time before she deleted it. She put an apology to me, saying that she admitted that it was her. She was embarrassed to say it in front of the cameras. I told you not to bring anything. You know these motherfuckers Sharp Entertainment made them make her delete it.
What?
But not before I got a screen capture, and I will send it to you.
Send it to me. Because let me tell you,
right now.
when I went and I'm looking and I saw you, I was like, wait a minute, he didn't get nothing for her mother, and her mother's sitting there, her brother's sitting there,
right?
And I'm like, and I'm sitting there going, oh, Riley, Riley, no.
And I didn't know her brother was going to be there. I didn't know because her brother was usually never there. I didn't know. She said that her mom and her daughters, I'm gonna meet them. I didn't know her brother was going to be there. And it was and her uncle was there, but her uncle wouldn't come on camera. So, but it was, it's not like I didn't know them and they didn't know me. We're talking 2 years. Remember, 2 years of communication.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They knew me. And I never had a problem with her mom. I've spoken to her mom, had nice, not long because she doesn't speak English, but nice little conversations here and there. And her mother always smiling and stuff. And it was, but I was surprised that whole gift thing, the way I got thrown under the bus. I was like, what the fuck?
Because I couldn't understand you. And I swore I thought you said that it was her daughter's birthday or something. I'm sorry.
It was Violet's birthday.
It was Violet's birthday.
Pearls for him. But they didn't show. I mean, so I got her the pearls and the necklace and the earrings for her birthday, but I got her a whole bunch of other gifts. So if you pay attention, those shades that she was wearing, those name brand shades, I got her those. She was wearing them in every scene, and then if you pay attention, you see her wearing the pearls in every scene. After I gave her the pearls.
Did see her wear the pearls one time. I didn't see in every scene. I paid attention one time.
Those shades I bought her for her.
Okay.
She put in an order for it. She's like, I would like these kind of shades with this kind of.
Oh no! See,
all that. And I think like a good. They were inexpensive. They were only like I think they were like $250, $300.
Okay, that's fine. But okay, Riley, here we go. Okay,
here we go.
You don't spend $5,000 in gifts.
Yeah.
You don't flew 32 hours. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know how much money you sent her before you eat. How much
I never
money
sent her money.
You never did.
Never sent her money. I sent her daughter. I sent Bao $100 on her 16th birthday, and I said, "Bao, it's a big deal when young girls turn 16 in my country. I want to send you some money to say happy birthday to you." That's the only money I've ever sent. I have bought Violet a bunch of roses and had them delivered for her birthday the year before I did that. I sent a birthday gift.
Thank you.
Roses and teddy bear. Roses and teddy bear. Not like
thank you. Because I was like, wait a minute.
Never sent the money. Ever.
So I want to talk about your dad for a minute, which
he's hilarious.
The mocktails and stuff, I do that too.
Oh, and I saw the mod. Hello, mod. I'm sorry. I was in the middle of running my mouth. I'm sorry. I saw you. Hi.
So I want to know. And look, I'm sure maybe you've already spoken about it, but her sending your dad messages, I thought that was off. That was a little, you weren't married to her. You weren't engaged. She didn't know too much about you. Well, how did she find out about your dad?
Because I was with her. People got to understand, I was in a relationship with her and she was
3 years
for my family. My sister and her always spoke. My father and her always spoke. She spoke to my cousin who passed away, Max. It was not like she was alienated from my family. My family spoke to her.
They knew of her.
They knew of. It was beyond knowing of her. They spoke to her regularly.
But she basically told your dad that you weren't a man. You were a little boy.
Right, and that was because I caught her in a lie and I broke up with her, and she was mad. That's why I say I know why you did it. I know why you got to pay. Like if people pay attention to what I say, I know why you did it.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
The why is because you were mad, you was hurt. No hell has no theory like a woman scores, right? I know you was upset with me for leaving you, right? I know what the why is. My thing is, do you regret doing it, knowing that this man was on his deathbed?
Wait a minute. Your dad was on his deathbed? I know you said that he had been in.
So he was just coming off his bed. I'm sorry, I misspoke. He was coming off his deathbed. He made it. Listen, my father was so bad that they were telling me this is how it was going. And Lexi could vouch for it because she drove a couple of times. I was tired. One visitor a day for 20 minutes. So I was driving back and forth from the Poconos to upstate New York, 2 hours each way, bringing one family a day to see him because it was like make preparation. He's gone. He's not going to make it. And Lexi, at times, sometimes she did it, and like Violet knew about this because I was with her at that moment, and she knew, and I was updating her saying, hey, this, that, and the third. And the last time I was in the hospital with him, I was sitting there, I have a video of it. I was like, yo, I was hearing all these beeps, and I was like, he's about to go. He's about to go. Ooh. And I turned on the camera, and I don't know what told me to just record, and you could see it, he was about to go. But this man is stubborn.
That's like my dad. That's like my dad doing C19. He had to
all the way through. Pulled all the way through.
This was doing C19, so you couldn't have all of these people in the hospital.
Right.
Because my dad had he had like an 8.5-hour surgery. He had lesions all on his back, cancer and everything. Mm-hmm. They had to put a rod in his back. The doctors were calling us like every 3 hours. Well, every 2.5 hours, really. But the surgery is supposed to be 8. It went on for like 9 hours, 9 or 10 hours because they had to actually. So can you imagine not being able to be in the hospital?
Right.
He's in Louisiana. At the time, I was living in Houston, and my sister's in Louisiana, in New Orleans, and they're calling her. We're getting on the phone, and they're giving us updates. So I understand, but he was contacting your dad, knowing he had just came off his deathbed, talking about you.
Yeah. So I knew about the text messages. I didn't know how many because he was texting my sister and telling her, and he was telling her not to tell me. And she would text me and tell me, if you could check the seafood, I'll have them check the seafood. Sorry. But I didn't know how many it was, and I didn't know she was also calling him. He couldn't speak because he had COPD and COVID, and he was home, but he was on oxygen and had a home care nurse.
Oh my God.
So she was constantly calling. I didn't know about that, and I didn't know how many texts it was. So when he told me, I had to do that scene over because I had no reaction. It was like, yo, you just found out and you have no reaction. I was like, because I knew about it. And I'm not that kind of person. I'm not going to just react. I'm like, all right, it's registered. I'm going to ask her about this stuff. It was like, you got to have a reaction. That's what I did it the second time. I was like, oh man, this and that. It ain't fair. And if you pay attention, I'm about to laugh, and they cut it because I was like, this shit is so stupid. But anyway,
I'm just.
It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Let me ask you. So okay. So we got 3 years here. I know you were questioning her, but still being on that dating app. Okay.
Yep.
When I heard you asking her about that, I said she never got off. She was still out there fishing to see if she can pull something better. To me, and I hate to say it, which I've already told you, and I said it, you were her backup. Just in case this didn't work, I still have him.
Right. I agree with that. And so what it was.
You. How did that make? She actually used.
She didn't use me because, listen, one, Vietnam was a bucket list trip for me. That's one.
Well, that's fine. But
wait. She didn't use me. Hold on. This is why I feel she didn't use me.
Okay.
Because I never ever went into this delusional in a way, right?
Okay.
I'm not saying that I didn't love her. I'm not saying I didn't want to try to work it out with her. What I'm saying is that the reason why I feel I was backup is because she couldn't just tell and do anything with me. That's what the thing. I always challenged her. Like she would say something to me. I didn't just straight up, especially after catching her in the whole I'm divorced shit, and then this other U.S. Embassy stuff. I was like, wait a minute, I'm questioning everything, and she didn't like it. She doesn't like being questioned. Right?
Wait a minute. What about the U.S. Embassy stuff? What happened?
Nobody asked me about that when we had that argument. I was like, yo, if you don't lie, what about U.S. Embassy? She lied. She was supposed to come and visit me. No cameras, anything. This is before the show. She was supposed to come and visit me for my birthday during COVID because she could travel. We couldn't get into Asian
Yes,
countries.
okay.
She's a teacher. I was like, yo, I'm working from home anyway because it's quarantine. You could come. We could spend the 2 weeks quarantine together, and we'll be together. You know, it's certain things we can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't go everywhere, and then you fly home. You have 2 weeks to quarantine, but you're a teacher. You're off in the summer. You're not losing much, but we get to see each other, and you'll be here for my birthday.
Okay.
She lied about applying for the visa. She lied about her meeting. That's why she lied so bad. You know what? You know who Duke of New Orleans is?
Yes.
He did. I don't know how he got a lot of this shit, but he did a story. Like he did 2 videos on it exposing all of that. Like the U.S. It got to a point where she said that the investigator said that we lied. And I'm panicking because I'm like, bro, I work for the U.S. government. What are you talking about? He said the investigator said we lied. I could lose everything behind this.
Yep, you could.
And I questioned it. I contacted the U.S. Embassy in Vietnam, did an official inquiry, and came back that she never applied for a visa. She never had an appointment. None of that shit. So she lied. And then she lied, and I caught her. And then right after that, so I was broken up with her for like 4 or 5 months. She reaches out to my cousin on on Facebook, begging him to beg me to call her and take her back. I have proof of all that in Duke of New Orleans. I gave him a lot of stuff when he said he was running with the story. I gave him a lot. I was like, yeah, it's true. It is absolutely true.
So
I challenged her all the time. Whenever she says something to me, I will ask questions, and she didn't like that. I think that Italian guy that was there seeing her at the same time I was there, he didn't do that. He just wanted to smash. So he gets her. If she was pregnant, it was not mine. It was his. And I don't believe she was pregnant. If she was, it wasn't mine. That's what I'm saying.
I don't believe she was pregnant. But let me say, so when you remember I told you, I said, I believe there was a guy there. So she had an Italian guy there, but she's going to tell you that she couldn't stay with you at your hotel because it's not their custom. I said, bullshit. They're hoes.
All right. So can I explain that? So they made this sound so like it's me. It's her being I told her we have a lot of issues. I don't think that you should stay at the hotel with me because if we just have sex, we're not gonna really, it's gonna be based on lust. We're not going to be able to talk. We're not going to be able to get to know each other and understand each other. We've been through a lot in the last couple of years. I think that we should stay you stay home, I stay in a hotel, and we just communicate and try to work this out. I don't want this to be based on sex. They said, they told her to say, well, yeah, my custom and the this and that. That's a freaking lie. That's a freaking lie. Just like me coming up with the middle finger bullshit, that's a freaking lie. It was her. And they knew this shit, and they made it look like it was me. And coming up with we got to bet whoever touch each other first, they lose and others the boss. That was her, dude.
That was so childish and so, I was like, wait a minute. This is a grown-ass man.
Exactly. Who does that? Who does that?
Right.
Bro, and they made it sound like it was all fucking me, and that's why I was getting upset.
They made you look like, I'm serious, they made you look silly. They made you look simple, and I'm just like, oh my God. And I was,
and now you see why I got such a problem with them. I signed what I signed. I have no recourse really, like legally and all. Everybody's like, sue, I can't. What I'm gonna sue about?
So what are you getting out of the show? Because most people go on the show.
We could build a business. I said if we're
okay. So you were trying to promote social media wise because you work for the U.S. government. You're not promoting the U.S. government.
No, I'm trying to retire and have a business. Okay. And I was like, for us, for us. And I was like, it will be a great head start. No, listen, everybody has a reason for going on the show. Some people want like the little bullshit money, or they want the fame, which is more addictive than the money. That's why they do it, even for the bullshit money. Or they have a business, or they have something bigger that they're trying to accomplish, right? And they're using it as a stepping stone. I was using it as a stepping stone. I would keep it 100. I was using it as a stepping stone because I was like, if we could make it, we could start this family business people will know who we are. We don't have to work too hard to get people to any business will work if people know who you are, right?
Okay.
If they know what product you have or whatever. If people don't know what the product is, they're not going to buy it, right? But I'm like, well, this platform, you come here, we're going to have a certain level of notoriety we could build easier. That's all it was.
Okay, I thought maybe you were trying to build a fan base to go on OnlyFans, because I was like, wait a minute.
Never. I was brought up. My mama would come back, embalmed and everything. Stiff herself will walk all the way down the hill to Pennsylvania and punch me in the thorax. I'm doing that stuff. I'm not doing that.
It seems like so. Okay, I know you've met some cast members.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Go ahead, take your time. While you're doing that, I'm looking for this with that shit she posted, defending me, and they made her.
Oh yeah, send that to me.
Yeah, but, I'm looking for it right now.
Out of your season 6, with the cast members you've met, did you meet Rob and Sophie or just Rob?
No, I never met Rob or Sophie.
Okay, so who did you meet?
Julio, Kelly. I've met.
I love Kelly.
Obviously,
love Kelly.
Kim. Liz, Andre, Ruben, and who else have I met? I was trying to go and visit David and Annie. They invited me out to Arizona, but I just couldn't get it done because I had to
yeah, they're not you know. I'm like, okay, so
plus the people from my season.
Okay, I like Ruben. I like I don't like forgot that old woman. That old woman he was with. I don't like her. Debbie. I don't like her at all. Who else? I don't like, you know what? I can't say I don't like Kim, but
I met Tim, and Veronica, Caesar. Yeah, I met them too.
You know what? Kim, I'm not gonna talk about them anyway, but Usman and Kim was never believable to me at all. He's just trying to get, you know what? I'm not even talking. Who's your favorite? Yeah, who's your favorite cast member? Who's your favorite?
I'm gonna say Tyree. Like, he is a stand-up. He's like really a sweet person. Tyree. Honestly,
yeah, I know Tyree.
I don't want to say favorite, but like I want to say the closest that I am with Tyree, Ruben. I'm like, these are the closest I'm with. Kim is on that list because we're cool. You know what I'm saying? But like, I can't say favorite, like they're my best friends or something like that. But they're people that I really do care about, and I would, and I really treasure our friendship, and our community.
So Tyree, he was with the imaginary girl that they played two different women trying to fool us, like that was the same woman that catfished him. That was two different damn women, and I'm like, either Tyree need glasses or something's wrong here. But you came to Seattle when it's snowing to meet this woman that's not the same woman that was in a photograph. Like,
wait. Seattle, or was it Chicago? I thought it was Chicago.
He went to Seattle.
Oh, okay. All right.
He came here. He came to Washington.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. He came from California to, I was like, okay. But Tyree seems a little, well, he tries to play naive to me, but I'm not.
I think he's low key genius. He just, I don't know.
Thank you. That he tries to play that role, but I didn't. I didn't read. No, I smelled that was different. Just like with you, Riley. I'm just. I looked at Violet.
Crazy? I never asked him. Anything about it. That's crazy,
I looked at Violet and I see her as a user. And I'm sorry. No, she didn't use you, because I'm thinking she was using you for money. You didn't send her any money.
I never sent. Violet is very wealthy, by the way. People don't know that. Her family is wealthy.
Really?
Yeah. They don't need my money. I think
okay, so what was that house they were living in?
No, that house was theirs. It was a 2-story building. It was that was theirs. There's no more, like, from what I understand, there's no way to mortgage over there and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because about us, because
oh my God, it's Barbados. Okay, it's Barbados. It's not Barbados. Okay, Debbie gonna fire me.
I sent you the apology she posted on Instagram, and that they made a delete. But yeah. Anyway, go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I don't. Okay, so what is it when you guys were on the tell-all?
Mm-hmm.
And she had the nerve to come out and say that she was pregnant. And I was like, by who?
I said the same thing. I said the same exact thing. I was like, by who? It ain't mine. But I didn't want to turn my back on her. She did apologize to me. Yep.
Yep, guys, she did. She apologized.
Yeah.
She damn sure did.
And they made her delete it. So they had the people out there thinking I was some kind of crazy, messed up person. I wasn't. I'm not saying I was perfect. I can't sit here and act like I didn't do stupid shit or I didn't make mistakes and all that. I did, and I regret them. But I wasn't a moron. I never was a moron. I never was delusional. I went into this with a true intention and understanding of what I was trying to do with her. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Bayesian, okay? They're making fun of me. They're trying to make me Caribbean. I'm getting there. Just give me some time. Bayesian, yes.
Bayesian are the best, you know. Bayesians are the best, you know.
Raleigh, I'm from Louisiana. You know, I have that Creole mix.
Hush your mouth.
Yeah.
Hush your mouth. The greatest of all time. Sorry.
You're okay. Oh my God.
But Vala has money and all that other shit, like the pregnancy shit. That was fucking bullshit. Because you know what? This is when I stopped caring. So my whole thing was, I know what I did with her. I am not going to sit here and act like life doesn't find a way. I believe in God. I believe in miracles. And I was like, you know what? I know I'm on this medication, and the doctor told me less than 1% unless I come off the medication for 40 days or whatever. So I was like, I know what I did, though. So I never turned my back on her. I said, all right, look, I'm going to support you. We're going to work through this. But I want you to go to the American. The reason why I knew about the international hospital is because I got sick over there. And I had to go to the hospital, and they spoke English.
Yes.
And they had everything there because there's a lot of expats there. And they have English, French, everything there.
Yeah, everything.
And
there.
the US, so I went there and I called them and I said, hey, listen, I'm who I am, this and that, who I work for. I would like for this person, I used her full government name because Violet is not her real, birth name, but I used a government name. And I was like, here's my American Express Gold. I'm going to put it on file. Please, whatever services she needs, she's going to come in. Please charge my card. The only thing I asked, I said, can you please make sure you give her the waiver to talk about her medical with me? And this woman said no. That's when I knew. I was like, yeah. And then I promise you on everything I keep dear to my heart, I told Lexi and I told Chris, I said, the next thing she's going to tell me is she lost the baby. I said, guarantee you. Because it was the easiest way out. By you still raw dog. Yeah, I'm not sitting here acting like I didn't do what I did. I did what I did.
Ooh, Riley,
I'm a grown man. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a grown man. I did what I did.
Riley, do you know the condoms?
Listen, I told them because they wanted me to talk about sex. If you notice, we didn't talk about sex the whole
you didn't.
season. And I told them, I said, they said, are you bringing a condom? I said, no, because if I bring a condom, that means I'm expecting that to happen. I just want to go to try to get my questions answered, and I'm trying to do what I can to get us on a good path. I'm not going there for that. And I promise you on everything I keep dear to my heart, I honestly said that, and they cut all that shit out. I went there with true intentions, and I was like, I'm not bringing a condom because, bro, I did not know this woman was going to sneak back the day before I was leaving and do what we did.
You did it on purpose. Because let me tell you why. And when you were on that tell-all, I said, oh my God. I said, she done slept with this other guy while Raleigh was there. I said, now because she could have went back to your hotel anytime before you left. But that particular night, she had to make sure you got it in there. And
before I left. Because she's been there. She was there 2 other times. She snuck over 2 or 3 times. And every time I would never allow her in my room. I was like, we would always go to the rooftop bar. We would walk across the street to the river, the Back Bay River. We never went into my room ever, except when they had the film or something like that. Never, on everything, never. So she came there the night before. This is how I knew that they had a lot to do with what was going on. She was there when I was leaving and the whole not hugging me and all that shit, right? I was like, this shit don't make sense because you was just here like 6 hours ago. And we were having sex 6 hours ago. Like, what is all this coldness? And I was like, holy shit, it's the fucking cameras. She's doing it for the show. And that's why when she texted me when I landed, she waited till I got home, landed, and she's like, if you don't want to work it out, it's over then. I was like, okay, fine. Because you already showed me that you're willing to throw me under the bus for whatever. And then that's when she was like, she didn't expect me to have that response like, well, it's done. All right, cool. I'm good. I'm already home. I'm done. I'm not going through this shit anymore. That's when she comes right behind, and they try to make it like it was 2 months or something. It was 2 fucking weeks. It was 2 weeks. This woman hit me back up and said, I'm pregnant. I was like, how? Bitch, how? How?
But Rodney, did she ever come? Because you said that she had a visa, or she had a visa. She was coming for a visit. Did she ever come over after the show?
Yes. So, on my TikTok, I got in trouble for this with the network because they edited it in a way like I sponsored her and invited her over to America.
Yeah.
Her brother is an engineer, aerospace engineer in Atlanta.
Yeah.
He sponsored her over. She was coming to see him. She didn't see him in like 3 years or whatever from COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she asked if I could hang out with her. And she asked Tiffany if she could hang out. And Tiffany was like, sure. And then the show was like, yeah, sure. We want that, right? So she was in Georgia. When she was in Georgia, I went and I saw my aunt. And I went I took a day trip. I flew in and flew out the same damn, no. I flew in that evening, that next morning I flew out, right? They had lunch. We all had lunch. Me, her, Tiffany, and Tiffany's husband had lunch in Atlanta. I flew out right after lunch, right? They got their footage, whatever they wanted to get, right? Then she asked me, do you mind if I come visit you? I don't hate her. You got to understand, between the time I finished filming it, I did the show and y'all seen it. It was a year. I didn't speak to her for a year.
Really?
I didn't. So the only reason we communicated because we had to make it look like we were together
for the
show.
Gotcha.
So so we started talking only because the show, I had to make it look like we were communicating and this, that, and the third. Okay. So I was like, you know what? I have no ill will to you. It's a year later. You're more than welcome to come and visit, but you're going to stay in the guest room. You're not staying you're coming as my friend. That's cool. I don't mind. I'm mature enough where I can handle that, right?
Yeah.
She stayed for a day and a half, meaning one night, right?
Okay.
I did not take off work. I left work early, but I didn't take off work. I didn't hang out with her, take her places. My cousin looked out for me and came here and hung out with her. Took her out and showed her different places. I didn't do it.
What happened to the baby? Look, what happened to the
baby? This woman had a tummy tuck when she was supposed to be losing the baby. She had I got proof, man. I got proof. I got pictures of her at post-surgery. I have pictures of her going. She's a dummy. Yo, when I say she's a fucking dummy, she's a dummy. She blocked me on Facebook, right? After we broke up and all that shit, right? But she ain't blocked my friend. My friend, so her shit was open. She ain't know how to lock down her Facebook. My friend goes on looking for shit. The friend that they cut out, my boy, go on looking for shit. And mind you, my boy, we were in the military together and all that, deployed together. He's my boy, right? And he finds her on this forum talking about her post-surgery and all that shit. And she gives the date she had the surgery. I was like, that was the date you said you lost the baby. What are you talking about? So I sent it to her and I'm like, yo, you a fucking liar. Why are you all in my business? I ain't searching and stalking me. I was like, I wasn't. My friend found that. My friend found it and sent it to me like, yo, look at this chick. I was like, I know this chick is out of her mind. She's dumb.
So
dumb.
Okay. 3 years you guys were talking. It comes down to you really were looking to make this relationship work, to see if you guys could make it work.
Right.
You get there. She knows you're coming. She's not working, but she's got another man there. Trust me.
What I think happened, right. I think what happened was that guy was there before me and he extended his trip and fucked up her shit.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Because you know she was disappearing for like the first 2-3 days, and then all of a sudden she has all the time in the world.
Oh my God, me and Debbie. I said, okay, the guy's gone. I said, so now she's going. I was laughing my ass off. Riley, I was like, Debbie was like, Debbie thought that she was still living with her husband. I said, no, they got some dude. She's leaving him and going to see this dude. And then when she called you that day and said, because she told you she couldn't see you. Then she called you that afternoon or whatever. I said, so the guy got busy. He has something to do in his business. I said, so now she's going to hang with Riley. I called that shit from the beginning.
And this is the problem that I have the most. And I get it. I signed with a sign. They knew all this shit.
The show knew?
They knew. They fucking knew all this shit. And I'm just like,
oh my God.
I'm like, how is this? Who was that dude on the phone? Picture on the phone? That was him. That was him. Bro, y'all don't know. I mean, I'm not innocent. I'm not 100% innocent in this shit.
No, Riley, trust me. The only thing I had a problem with, I felt that, like I told you, I said, you look like an idiot because I'm looking at this woman and all I saw was red flags with them orange ass lipstick. I said, I saw red flags, red flags, red flags. I did. And when I looked at your friends around you, when you went to the bar, wherever you guys went, when it was a gathering, I was like, look, all of these nice people. Why aren't they talking to him and telling him to stay his ass home? I did.
Bro, people was like, you all these red flags, why didn't you leave? Okay. After the argument in the restaurant, if you see me on like the next scene, you see me in the room on the bed on my phone. I was looking for flights, right? I was looking for flights. I was like, I'm fucking out. They made it abundantly clear that you signed the contract, you have to fulfill the shooting. I had to stay. I couldn't.
Well, yeah, because you signed the contract.
I signed the contract. So if you see it on TV, there's no leaving because I have to fulfill the contract. The moment they started filming, I was locked in. I was on the bed the next day on my phone. Y'all thought, who am I? I'm upset with her, right? I'm not texting her.
No.
Who am I on the phone with? I am looking for flights while they're sitting there talking to me. And I'm like, I'm upset with myself. I'm looking for flights. I'm like, why am I staying here? This bitch is disappearing. She's treating me like shit, saying some wild ass shit. I'm out. And they were like, yeah, try to leave. Go ahead and try to leave.
She did. She treated you like shit. I know people were saying some really bad things about you. Only issue I had was the not bringing the gift part and with you talking to the supposedly Uber driver, motorcycle driver,
that
whatever the hell it was.
Right? Like, that shit don't make no sense to no
that didn't make any
person
sense
from the hood. It don't make no sense. Why would I do that shit? And I'm like looking at the producer. I'm like, you know, this shit make no sense, right? And she said, no bullshit. She said to me, we're not doing it for the ones on the East Coast. We're doing it for the Midwest. I was like, you know what? Fair enough. Riley, you should have joined Heidi and Debbie commentary on Thursday night. I can't do it. You know why? I'm still under a Pillow Talk contract. I can't do that. I'm out of my B90 contract, but I'm still under Pillow Talk contract. And as much as I don't like them, I'm going to honor the contract.
But you know what? So are you going to be on Pillow Talk?
No, I turned everything down. They asked me to do Single Life like 3-4 times, and they asked me to do Pillow Talk like 3-4 times, and I turned them down. The only time I did it was with Kim, and because I know Jamal, and I thought it would be cool to Pillow Talk his season. That's what I thought. And I did it, and it was a lot of fun. And honestly, I think Pillow Talk is amazing. I think they have an amazing thing with that.
I love Pillow Talk.
I can't fuck with them.
Yeah, I like Pillow Talk. I can watch that.
Yeah, but I can't reward bad behavior. I'm not gonna, like, I really have a problem the way y'all do things. I'm not gonna keep doing your shows.
But Danny was like, wait a minute. I was like, where's the footage of y'all seeming like it was a relationship? Well, you should have left because now that means y'all both were acting. Well, at the point.
It doesn't mean we both were acting. No. Listen to me. I'm going to say it again. After that argument, I was so sick of everything. I was just like, we're fighting every day. This is too much. I stopped arguing. If you really pay attention, I never argued with her again. What I did was like, I have to fulfill. So I did ask a question that it was really part of my story, but I didn't care to know the answer, but I would ask it because I had to. So the apology scene, when she's like fake crying, because nobody thought, like, people was like, look at him, he's enjoying her pain, he's smirking. I'm smirking. I was like, this bitch is really gonna sit here and butter this shit up in place.
No,
I'm smirking like, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. So it wasn't fake. It was like, but I will say I was no longer 100% attached to anything we were doing. I was doing it because I had to.
So it's like a woman. Okay, I'm gonna be like R. Kelly. When a woman's fed up, there's nothing you can do about it. You were fed up. You were just there. You were just there.
I had to fulfill my contract. I couldn't. So, their words impeding production. So I stopped. I did not impede production. You said you want me to ask this question or bring up this thing. I will ask this question and bring up this thing, but I'm not giving you anything past that. Yep, I'm not giving you anything past that. I'm not arguing with her. I'm not going to try to make her see it from my point of view. After that, you notice she's always explaining shit to me.
Yep.
Because I stopped engaging.
You stopped asking. But Debbie said, Debbie, the commentary zone, Debbie, I dropped the link for you. The commentary zone said, I'm applauding Violet because Violet is she's going to get what she wants. Violet, and she said it herself, she's playing Riley like a fiddle, and that's what it looked like. She was playing you like a fiddle.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. I admit that. But she didn't have as much control as the edit made people think. That over me, meaning over me.
Okay.
She didn't have as much control over me as that the edit made people think. I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying? I am not dumb. I'm from New York. I have street smarts. I have book smarts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dumb, but I understand it's a business and they had to create the story that they wanted to create. What I'm saying is that whenever I hit back at her, they never showed my intelligence side. They never showed me questioning her.
They made you look like a country bumpkin and you were not from the country.
Right. And so, Pooh, check it out. So, like, when we have an argument, right? The argument was real, right? Mm-hmm. But they would not, the argument would happen because she would say something to me and I would say something back to her. And then she would call me a name. And then it would go back and forth for a little while. And then I'll get upset. And then they'll show the beginning of me asking a question to her response, and then me being they didn't show all that.
They didn't show the whole thing.
No, they didn't show the whole thing. So, matter of fact, the argument in the restaurant, that phone call with Tiffany was 13 minutes long for one question. If you pay attention, I was like, I didn't want to do it. I was like, yo, this shit is not going to go well. Can we do this back at the hotel? I want to do this.
Tiffany wasn't playing.
Right. Because I know Tiffany and I know Violet, right? And I was like, this is not going to go good. They was like, no, we're going to do it here. You're doing it here. And I was like, all right, I'm getting up and walking away because I don't want no part of this. Notice I get up and walk away. Then mysteriously I came back. They made me come back and sit. Yep, they made me come back and sit. Now, all those things about he ain't a man, da-da-da-da-da, she was saying this shit to my face because she was getting flustered because Tiffany was asking these questions. I went and chimed in. I was like, I'm not saving you from this. It's one question answer. And then I got upset because she was saying some wild shit. And then I was like, your family can ask me hard questions and I answer them. But someone I consider family asks you one question, you can't do it. The reason why I said that is because her mother asked me, one of the first questions her mother asked me, are you going to kill my daughter when you're upset because American blacks kill the women, their wives when they get upset? Her mother said that to me. And they were trying to play the race card. And it was like, do you think her mother's racist? I was like, I'm not doing that. This woman is 78 years old, never been anywhere. All she knows is her country. And the last time she saw an American black man was during the war. So I am not doing that. So that's where it comes from.
Black men kill their wives when they're upset?
In America. That's what was asked of me. And I answered her intelligently. And then when they tried to get me to talk about it in the OTF, they call it OTF, on the fly. You know, interview after the situation. So I went and bait into it. I went and do it. I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to sit here and talk. This woman is 78 years old. This is all she knows. Only thing she knows about black men and American men, America, is what she sees on TV, because they get all our crime dramas over there. And what she remembers from the war. Remember, I was in Ho Chi Minh City, which is Saigon.
Yep.
It's Saigon. So that's all. Hold on.
Okay, you're fine. Oh
yeah,
my God.
So it was a lot more profound than people know, and they didn't show it. And that's why I got upset the way I did at the table. And I was mad at myself because I was like, yo, I let this shit, they baited me into this shit and I played into it. I had an argument with the producer, executive producer, the next day. Right before we was doing it, I was like, yo, you out of your fucking mind. Like, why are you doing this? Like, this is too much.
Riley, let me ask you, with your time on the show, okay, and I see there's a lot of manipulation because like I've spoken to Ari, I've spoken to Biniam, and that's when Ari and Biniam were still in Ethiopia. Ari and I had a really good conversation, and she's come on the show. I've spoken to a couple of other cast members from other shows. There's a lot of manipulation that goes on.
Very much so.
Okay, on these shows. So, but when it comes to, because I'm looking at TLC now, I'm looking at the like when I see Angela and Michael. I can't stand Dirty Bird. I'm sorry. I can't stand. I don't know if you like Angela a lot.
I don't know her. I don't know her.
Stay away from her. Anyway, she is she's nasty. She's always putting her hands on him. You know, she's talking down to him. Now, and I said when you were on the show, when Violet was going off on you, I said if Riley was to do that to her, it'll be a whole big shit because this is a black man talking to this little Asian woman like this. But you have this woman from Georgia who's racist as shit talking down to a black man in his country, talking down to his family, you know, showing her titties all on the you know, all on the tell-all, looking like she, oh my God. I look at the violence and I look at what's being portrayed. I look at Mahmoud and Nicole and the way she just disrespects him every type of way. She talks down to him. You know, there was an incident where she supposedly said that he it was domestic violence, but mysteriously the charges were dropped because he never touched her. She is a nasty person. How would you feel if, let's just say, if you brought Violet here, I mean, to the States, and if you were treating Violet the way she treated you, how do you think people would feel?
I would be canceled. I would be 100% canceled. And that's it's very hypocritical and the double standard. I wouldn't have been able to act like what you're saying. I don't watch the show at all. But like if I would have did any of those things, it would have been. I mean, so look how people reacted to me when I was getting upset when she was doing shit to me. Nobody saw it, but when I got how people were calling me angry black man, this and that, and all these other names, and it was warranted because she was doing shit to me. But I never ever raised my hand to her. I never ever, you know, didn't say anything to her that she didn't deserve to be hurt here, but they didn't show what she was doing to me. If I would have raised my hand or did whatever,
voice,
like more than I did, I would have been definitely under the jail. Under the jail, 100% under the jail.
See, I paid attention every time you will ask her a question. It's not the time, oh, don't want to talk about it. I'm like, why is it? But she wants to ask you questions and expect you to answer them.
And I answer everything.
But when you ask her a question, why you bring up this? Why you do this? This is the past. What she was asking you stuff that happened in the past too. So it was, you know, and I was watching her. I'm like, oh, she's good. I'm like, she's good. And you know,
she asked me about money, right? And they cut it out. I was like, it's my personal business. I said what she would say to me back to her. And then I was like, all right, I just wanted you, and they cut it out. I was like, I wanted you to see how it felt when somebody you care about not answering the question. No. They when I said it's my personal business.
Okay, that was cut out. Because she did ask you about it, and you guys were walking around showing you. Yes. Yeah.
But at first I told her it's my personal business. And I said that, and she was like shocked. And I was like, but do you see how it feels when you're asking a true question coming from you and you really would like to know how it feels that when somebody doesn't answer? They cut that out because that shit made sense. And then I answered a question. You see what I'm saying? And I had no problem answering her question. It wasn't crazy to me, her question. A lot of people was like, who does she think it is? We're talking about a person that if we were to make it, she was giving up everything that she knows.
Yes.
To come to another country, and she has a child, right? She has children. One is older, but Val is a teenager. And she needs to understand that she and her family are going to be well taken care of. So I understood where the question was from. You know,
but why ask you that? But see, here was my problem. You guys have been talking forever with 3 years, and why would you bring this up in front of a camera? This should have been a conversation that you guys would have had off camera, not on camera.
That's what they needed. Needed. We're talking about a production that told.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. They're
talking about a production that told Tiffany that Violet was pregnant. I didn't tell Tiffany. I didn't tell her. I told them. I said I would never, as a man, go to my female friend to tell her about. I said I would go to Chris, who is my best friend. I would go to another
guy.
I would say, hey, they circumvented me, lied to me to get me to come out to Tiffany's house to film months later. And then when I walked in there, because I was supposed to be, because they cut out my father. I come back home. I do a scene with my father at my house about how the trip was. All right. And we talked about that. You know, we talked about the trip.
Yeah.
And then they asked me to do the same thing with Tiffany. And I was like, all right, cool. And I showed up in there. And when she says, am I going to be an auntie? That's the first thing that comes out of my mouth. I'm like, whoa. Like, how did you know about that? I went in and never told Tiffany at that moment because it was a man conversation.
That was a man. It's not something.
A man needs to have it with another man. Not but that goes along. They're trying to show me like I have nobody. They cut out my whole family. They cut out the dinner scene with my whole family and all my friends. So people are like, he ain't got no friends. He ain't got no friends. All my friends were here during the dinner scene. I actually cooked because I have a every year for my birthday I have a seafood boil. I knew I was gonna be here on my birthday, so I had it earlier for my friends and my family that I invite. And we had a whole dinner scene with my friends, my family, my cousin, her husband, everybody.
Everybody was there.
They cut the shit out because it was too positive. They were backing me up because they knew 2 years of the relationship. They knew what I was going through with her. And they were too positive. Bro,
let me ask you.
Ooh, this shit is so messed up.
After being on the show, did that take an emotional toll on you? Sorry.
No, it took a big toll on me mentally. Like I was so depressed. I wanted to die. Don't lie. That summer, I really wanted to die. It hit my job. It affected my job.
What do you mean it affected your job?
Because I embarrassed them, right? Because based on the edit, I embarrassed them. And then, your son is an investigator. So there's 13 adjudications for security clearance. They were hitting me for 3 of them based on what they were seeing on the show. They were hitting me for association because she lives in a communist socialist government, a country. And they fly the Russian flag next to their flag. So that's one. They got me for They were getting me for association. And then they were getting me for poor decision making, and they were getting me for unstable mental stability.
So let me ask you, but they gave you clearance to go over there, right?
Because we had a 3-day security review before we started filming to get approval.
So how are they giving you those sanctions? So how are they doing that?
All right, so the agency I was with when we filmed, or not the agency I was with when I got promoted before the show aired. But I have to disclose whenever I'm doing something. I had to disclose. So we did that. So before we filmed, like 2 or 3 weeks before we filmed, I had to go through a 3-day security review, and the government approved me to be on the show with certain stipulations. I told Sharp Entertainment these stipulations, right? Like, we can't do this, we can't do that, we got to be very careful, blah, blah, blah. When I got into the country, I had to go to the U.S. Embassy to check in. I couldn't bring my military ID. I couldn't do certain things, right? So I got the security clearance. I got promoted into another agency, a promotion and raise. These people don't know me. The other agency, they know me. I was there for a while.
They know you,
They don't know me. So I had to recertify. So I told them about, you know, I got hired. I said, hey, this is the show I'm on, this, that, and the third. I had a meeting with the chief of staff, and I had a meeting. No, I didn't meet the general. I had a meeting with the chief of staff, right? So I explained to them the show, the security office. I had to send in the paperwork, all the information. Again, her passport and all that, her picture of her passport and all that. And they said, okay, all right. You know, they were going to do an injunction or a cease and desist if they were not okay with it. They were going to send it to Sharp Entertainment saying that you cannot show the footage, right? But they were okay with it. Being that how they edited and all that, it made me look crazy. I embarrassed them. So I'm a new hire. I'm on this show. I did receive, and I'm going to say this again for the people in the back, I went through the proper channels to receive permission to do this show. I did not know that the editing and manipulation of the storyline was going to be so extreme.
Yeah, Sharp doesn't care. Their editing is horrible.
Shame on me. I'm a dummy for that. I admit that. And it's in the contract. You know, they don't even call their own show a reality show. They say the program. They know what they're doing. They're really smart. They know what they're doing. They don't even call it in their own contract a reality show. They say the program, the entertainment program. But they don't let the public know that it's entertainment and they manipulate shit and all that. Fine. Anyway, so my security clearance was suspended. Now think about it. Think about it. I don't watch the show, right? I stopped watching the show. Yeah. I wake up Monday morning. I wake up to hate. So I would know what they showed, what episode or what they were showing on the episode based on the hate that I received online, right? Then I would go to work.
You didn't even watch the episodes?
No, I would know what was shown by the hate that I received online.
Oh my God!
So and that's even in the contract where they would like protect themselves from that shit. That shit is so airtight. They're smart. They know what they're doing. But anyway, I go to work. I have to go into the security review office to explain myself about what was shown the night before.
And that's because you had permission when you were with the other agency, but then you got a promotion and you went to another agency and they
saw it and then they approved it based on it was already done. So the only thing that they were going to do, they told me, there's like, well, if that's that agency, they approved it, that's not us. If we don't like what we're seeing and hearing, and you know, I had to do a 2-day debriefing when I got home. There's like, if we don't like what we're reading and what we're seeing, we're going to stop them from airing it. So they didn't do that. Excuse me, they didn't do that. They let it.
They couldn't stop them. But they couldn't stop them from airing.
Yeah, they could have. You want to bet?
They would have to edit all your stuff out. They would have stopped you from airing you.
That's what I'm saying. They would have stopped it from airing. They would have told them to take it out. Not stopping the show from airing, stopping my part from airing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
They would have did whatever the JAG lawyer was saying he was going to do in the security office. I don't know. But they were saying that if we're not okay with it, we're going to stop it from being on TV.
Because by law, you belong to the U.S. military, the U.S. government.
Yeah, I belong to them. And I went through the process to get it approved and everything. And they backfired. I had a plan and I got punched in the face. Like Mike Tyson say, everybody got to has a plan until they get punched in the face. I got punched in the face. You know what I mean?
They made you look really, really bad. Like you don't know where to take advantage of this woman. Yeah. You were desperate. You were this. And I didn't see that. I just felt that you were being played for a fool. And I'm serious. That's what I always did say.
And that's fine. And that's where it comes to poor decision. Because like, how can you not see this? Now, my argument was to Sharp was like, hey man, can y'all help me? Can y'all send a letter, let them know it's not, blah, blah, blah. And they would ignore me. They would not respond to me. Only time I got a phone call from them is when I would go live and rant and rave and break the NDA. I'll get a phone call the next day. And I was like, it takes me fucking up your shit to get communication. But when I'm telling you my real money is fucking up, I'm about to be in trouble.
Yeah, your money.
You don't care. Yeah. But this is at the end of the day, I have to take responsibility and I'm culpable for signing the shit. Because it's not like they changed the wording in the contract. I knew what I signed. I read it to understand. I knew what I signed.
Did you bring it to a lawyer to read it? Did you bring it to a JAG? You have lawyers.
Right. The JAG, well, not the JAG. The JAG, not the JAG. There's another lawyer that was like I was put in contact with SAG and SAG-AFTRA. It was like the contract is airtight. It is, but they did make a mistake of something they did during my season. They made a mistake, and they maybe have a breach. It's almost it might be a breach in the contract based on something they did by the mistake they made. But I have no, and I just posted this. I have no interest in suing Sharp and TLC. I have no legal right or no legal leg to stand on with suing them. I signed it. I signed it. I have what I am fighting for is change, so people don't have to go through it.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask you. When you said, and because you said you thought about, dying, from the show, the mental anguish that you experienced put you in another depressed state.
Yeah.
But Riley, they don't. I understand you're looking out, you want to start this business. These people don't care about your mental. They don't really care about your physical, to be honest, as long as you're there and available to shoot and do what they want.
And that's how they messed up. Just without going into it, that's where they messed up. And that's where the breach is, because it's something in the contract about that. And they breached it by not, anyway,
by not providing you with any type of services.
No, they don't owe me anything. Sharp and TLC don't owe me anything with providing me with mental health counseling and anything. I think they should, because they're making so many millions off of it.
Yes. And paying you guys peanuts.
Right.
What? Right. I understand that you guys get, 1,000 an episode, or is it more now?
1,000 an episode.
And they're making all this money. It's airing in all of these countries.
So it's ethical, right? It's an ethical. 250 countries, 260 countries.
Yeah.
It's an ethical question, right? So they might have messed up because there's something in the contract that speaks of that, and they have the discretion to do something about it, and they choose not to. So it's an ethical question, but it was something else they did that the lawyer was telling me that, based on my season and everything, that I think they believe that this is the breach. But I told them I'm not interested in suing. I'm interested in having discussions with them, even though I've been talking shit about them. I want to have discussions to make changes.
What changes?
I would like them to implement an orientation program, like get a cast member from the past that is in good standing, right?
Yep.
That could be the mentor or that person for them to help guide them through it, because a lot of the times people are only seeing the glamorous part of the television shit.
Yep.
They're not seeing the hard part. Like somebody that's coming on upcoming season of The Other Way reached out to me, and I gave him the real advice. I was like, this shit is fucked up, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you do this, do that, blah, blah.
Like 60 Days In, right. Have you seen 60 Days In?
No, I heard about that. People go to jail and stuff.
Yeah, so I interviewed the sheriff from 60 Days In. Oh my God, he is such a nice man too. But they have orientation programs to get you ready for the filming and what to expect, different situations and scenarios.
Right. Okay. So I think they should have a mentorship program with a person like that. I think they should put together a little video and all that. Just like when you get a new job, you get an orientation video. Right. Just explaining how to navigate online hate and so on and so forth. I think they should give a class that is mandatory. This is mandatory stuff in order to be with the show, where you take this class where it teaches you how to deal with media, right? How to speak, what to say, what not to say, how to deal with that adverse. And besides the pay, I think the pay should be a little bit more up there, because it can't be predatory. It has to make sense for the business, but it has to be up there. And the last thing I think they should have is that for first season cast members, I'm not talking about people that keep coming back. I'm talking about first season cast members that don't know anything. They're new to it. A counselor that's on call for them to speak to when they get to a place where they came up, like me, when I came up with a plan and everything, and I was ready to go through it forward, like we could speak to someone to help us through this. They provide that service, and not someone you choose, not a psychologist you choose or whatever, but be there within a reason, say, hey, this is the money limit to it.
I understand.
The daily money, but let them choose somebody they're comfortable with to speak to during the season, not at the tell-all where it's just filmed way before the season is even shown or over. Not at the tell-all, you do this little this lady that comes up to you and say, hey, do you need to talk about anything that you provide? We don't know who they are. We don't know they're going to run back to you.
Oh my gosh.
No, not
Sean
that.
Robinson, I actually want to host your guys to tell-alls because she don't even watch the damn show. I have questions. They need to let us send questions in. But when you said the media, so okay, now I know at one point when the show first started, they used to have like this management team or company that would handle the media, that would set up your accounts, you know, that would be there to navigate. They don't do that anymore?
No, your accounts are usually, people are savvy now. When they first started 10 years ago, people weren't so savvy. They savvy. They know they have their account. That's why you'll see, let's say, I'm going to use any name, Josh 90 Day. Like people that, you know, they're pretty smart. They help you get your blue check mark and everything. They do help that. They're pretty good with that. I'm talking about more with how to deal with bloggers, how to do an interview properly without giving up anything that is against the NDA. It's just, the thing is that I understand it's a business and I respect that. I don't have to respect the way y'all do business. I have to respect your business. And these are little things that they could put in place that one could CYA, cover their ass, right? That's one. And two, and it shows that you're not just a predator and heartless people or company. You know, just these little things where you could say, look, we know what we're about to do to you. You have no idea because you don't see it into the ears. But here.
Did you ever watch the show before to know?
Spot. The only time is when I actually knew I was going to be on the show. Like once I knew it was happening, I started watching the show, studying the show, because I was like, I don't want to do something that's fucked up. So I was studying what not to do, right? But I didn't know at that time, I know now better, that it doesn't matter what you do or not do. They can make it seem like it's you, right? Give you an example. At the tell-all, there was a scene where they was like something with Jasmine and Gino, and it was like, I say, do you know how fragile she is? Right? I say that, but I was not talking. Listen, I wasn't talking about them. It was a whole different situation I was talking about. And they cut it up to make it look like I'm talking about her and Gina. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter how much I studied or whatever. It wouldn't matter because they have the way they handle business, and you have to respect that because you sign this shit. What I'm saying is that you could put certain things in place to help people get through it because it's fucking hard. And if you really look at it, this is how you could tell how much manipulation has taken place and how much it changed. Think about back in the day, you know, go to an earlier season, like back earlier.
Way back when Alexi, Lauren, all of them,
Right. How many couples made it then and how many make it now? And you can see how much manipulation and how much they have a hand in it. There's a lot of
manipulation.
So it's just not working.
David and Annie, Alexi, Lauren.
This is before it got too crazy.
Yeah, I don't like Andre. Never did. I don't like. I don't even like his little wife. I don't like that whole family down there in Florida. But anyway, so what I was saying is with that. So it's not just your responsibility to be able to do the proper interview. Before I interview anybody, even if they're on the show still, my questions are. What is it that you can't discuss? And I'll come on and I'll tell them, we have so and so on. They're not allowed to answer any questions about this, and that. They can answer stuff that happened in the past that we've already seen. Because when I interviewed Ari, and that's the way it was, you know, she was still under contract. She was getting ready to film the new season when her and Benny actually get married. Matter of fact, no, they had just gotten married and they were coming back and they were coming to the States. And she told me I can discuss this, and this, but I can't discuss this. I knew they were coming back. I knew they were leaving, but it's the blogger's responsibility to respect, you know, your NDA as well. Right.
But yes, I get it. But we're also, we have to take responsibility. But we don't know what we can and can't talk. We got to get in trouble to find out what we can and can't speak about. And that's what the point with the orientation and these classes and all that, to help us understand what we need to do. So
if you read your contract, if you read your contract, then you would know what you can and cannot discuss.
Right. But the actual implementation of that information, it's better. I feel it's better to have a program. I mean, it's a reason there's training and training decks, and you got to do annual training with a job and all that, because I could tell you, and it could be written, and people ain't gonna read it properly.
Yep, that's true.
I knew what I couldn't talk about, but I would purposely do it to get them to contact me. So
okay.
I would do it to get them their attention.
You want their attention.
Got you. So, like, at the end of the day, I understand what I signed. I read it with understanding, and I know what I can and cannot do. What I've been doing a lot of the times is it's like provoking them to contact me, because I want to talk to them, because they're not going to talk to me any other way. Why should they? They owe me nothing.
They don't owe you anything.
Right.
You work
they don't
for
owe
them.
me anything. Right.
Yeah.
So if I say to them, I'm going to release this contract, that'll show you. I want them to say, call me and say, you can't do that. And then they'll start the conversation, right? But if I try to contact them, they're not going to freaking respond to me. Because the last time I spoke to one of the people that worked there, I sent them a text message about something. I got no response at all. I was like, oh, they don't give a fuck about me no more.
No,
so now I'm trying to incite certain things with them so they'll talk to me, because I get it. I don't like you. I don't like what you did, but I signed it. I have to accept that shit. I have to take responsibility for that. But that doesn't mean that this needs to keep going on. You can still be profitable while doing the right thing and not putting yourself in the poorhouse doing it. There's a way.
Yep. So I have it. So the changes, and I wrote them down. You want them to have orientation. You want them to have mentorship. Media, you mean how to handle interviews, what you can and cannot say on your social media, basically. You want to have first season, like for the people that's coming on, they need to have the orientation, and you want them to be able to provide you with a counselor on call, not of their choosing, but, they'll give you a choice.
Right, within financial reason. You don't want them picking somebody that's $500 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's like a job. So like that we have services you can get up to 4 or 5 visits at the company's expense.
Right. If you don't have it, because a lot of people that go on the show don't have insurance or whatever. I get that. I just feel that just turning your back on them is kind of messed up, because we reach out to you. We need your help because you're the pros, right? You've been doing this for more than 10 years. We need your help. And it feels like that's why everybody gets upset. That's why cast members get upset, is because it feels like we are expendable. We know we're expendable. We don't need to feel that. You don't have to make us feel that way. And that's what they're doing. And I have a problem with it, and if they can change it, they can do it if they want to.
They don't want to. Okay, here it is. It's another form of exploitation. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. Absolutely. So when you told me that you thought about, you wanted to die, and I'm just, what led you to that point where you wanted to actually self-harm yourself? Why?
Because I was losing a career that I worked very hard to get to the level I'm on. You got to understand, I started out in my career in 2000. Well, before that, I was on Joint Task Force. I did anti-terrorism in New York, Joint Task Force and all that. I worked my way up from a GS4. And people that understand GS level.
I know what the pay grades are.
All right.
Okay.
So let's put it this way. I started out as a GS4. I'm a GS13 now.
Ooh.
I worked very hard. And that's not easy. And it's not easy. I worked very hard. Although I do, again, take responsibility for going on the show. I went to the proper channels to get it approved. I didn't know it would be so extreme. Now I know. And this is where I believe that cast members that reach out to new cast members, all that, they need to be honest like that. Not just giving their code for their cameo. Hey, use my code for the cameo so they can get a cut of the action. Be honest with these people. And like, yo, this is how it's going to be. Don't sit there and say, ignore the hating comments. No, you're a human being with a decent heart. You're going to read the damn comments, and they're going to hurt, and it's going to sting. Don't sugarcoat this shit, So that's why.
Why don't you do that? So why don't you do that? Be a mentor.
I have. No, I have. I have. What I would like to see, because I'm not just coming to them with the problem. I'm coming with solutions. I have solutions.
Okay.
I have created SOPs for government. I mean, for state organizations.
In case you guys don't know, it's standard operating procedures. Okay, go ahead.
I have been the trainer. I was the trainer for 212 business units, including a police department. You're like certifying everybody on the use systems and this, that, and the third. So I know how to train. So I have an idea on how to create a curriculum that is mandatory, that they make mandatory before anybody could do this show, that could save them from the headache of hearing people like me bitch and moan after their season or within their season. Like Statler is fucking fed up and she's releasing shit and leaking shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, putting these shits in so you can minimize that kind of response from us with our crybaby shit. You know, because at the end of the day, we're bitching and moaning and crying because
Statler is a hoe.
We feel wrong.
Okay, Dempsey.
The point I'm trying to make is that she said she released before their season even started that her and Dempsey broke up.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
because she stopped caring, because she felt like there was no support. So you get less of that, and you get people that are likable and this, that, third, that'll play ball with you guys for longer periods because it makes sense to them. The reason why I feel that they didn't come that, because I kept saying no, but because they knew what I wanted, and what I wanted based on their business model was unreasonable. And I know it was, right? Just like I was taught by somebody very powerful in the music business, scare them with the number.
Yep.
So I'm scaring you with the number. I'm like, yo, this is how much I cost per episode, and this is what I want. I know what an entertainment lawyer is. I know, you know what I'm saying? So you can either work with me to come up with a curriculum that's based on what you want to be shared, or I could sit there and create a website and this, that, and the third, and say, hey, before you sign any contract with any reality show, contact us. We'll put you in touch with a entertainment lawyer to negotiate your contract.
Yes.
It's either way. It can be done that way, but I don't want to, because at the end of the day, I understand it's a business and it has to be in your best interest, but you don't have to have all that control to make money. You can give people an option. Like I feel that you should have an out. A person should have an out in their contract.
Yeah, they should.
When the season starts, you have 2 months to say, I don't want to renew. I don't want no option. I'm taking the option to not fuck with you anymore. I feel that should be in the contract.
And that's not in the contract right now.
Oh, hell no. You sign, you're their bitch.
So how long did your NDA last? So how long? So you filmed this when?
I filmed
what year did you
2022.
2022. Right. Yeah, you aired in 2023.
Yeah. And now I'm released now, but they have the option to like keep option me for 5 more years after that. So 1 year, and then they have 5 more times they got options. So 6 years I could belong to them, right? Oh, so my NDA is over.
Wait a minute. Are you getting money during this time period?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
No, it's just that they control your image and all that shit. And like even the shit you already shot, even if the show doesn't exist, did you know that they can create a whole new show with the footage you shot, and they can show it again and make money off it, and you don't get paid?
You don't get, no, I didn't know that.
That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, you don't have to do that to be profitable, right? That's predatory. That's like total control, and that's fine. We sign it, right? My thing is that you don't have to. Just because you can run with scissors doesn't mean you should. Just because you can fuck people over doesn't mean you should.
Although Jasmine should run with scissors, really, her and Gino. Sorry.
Yeah, and I only have a problem with one cast member. I don't talk negative about any cast members. I only have a problem with one of them, and I already made it. You got to go to Madzy shit to see what I had to say about that. I'm not going to ever speak on it.
I told you I was going to watch it after because
I didn't see that. If they do what? A 2-month what?
Okay, hold on a second. Let's put it back up.
If they do a 2-month option, then they could end up like the season with Angela and Margaret, where they are cutting, splicing to make. No, when I say 2 months options, meaning that after your initial contract, you choose not to be renewed. Meaning giving you an option to say, hey, you know what? After this contract is over, I would prefer not to work with you guys anymore. I would prefer to go somewhere else. That's what I mean by option.
Okay, so I don't want you to talk bad about this is me. I'm telling you the people that I don't like. I feel their storyline has been going on and on and on. I've never believed the storyline. And there are a few couples that I've called them. Me and Debbie, we've called them out from the gate. The shit is just not real. There is just nothing there. And it's like, okay, oh my God, they're going to wind up on the last resort. And oh, look, they're on the last resort. I mean, come on, it's like, come on, stop now. It's enough. Enough is enough. Stay, just go. But you didn't want to do the single life. You didn't want to continue with the network because of what you experienced with just one season. 13 weeks of filming. The tell-all was filmed during that time because it's filmed before the show ends.
Right.
And after 13 weeks, you were fed up. You had enough.
I was done because there was based on the contract, there was no relief from it. Like if I went on anything else, I would have to go through it again. And the main thing was, you're not paying me enough to do it, because if I do anything else with you, relationship show, I'm not talking about pillow talk type stuff.
Yeah.
Relationship show, I would have to leave my job. There is no way around. I'm not going to be able to do it again.
And do that.
Right. So it has to make sense to me. I make a lot of money. You know
I know you do. You a GS13. I mean, look, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta pay me. Right.
But so you get $1,000, but that's only for the episodes that air.
That air. Yeah.
Got you. So just because you shot 13 weeks, 13 days. I keep saying 13 weeks. Just because you shot 13 days, that doesn't mean that you were getting paid for those 13 days.
Right.
Only the episode, only when you appeared on. Got you.
The show. Yep.
Got you.
So that's why it doesn't make sense for me to do it, because I can't guarantee how many episodes I'm going to get, and the pay is so low. I know for a fact I am not going to be able to keep my primary money coming in.
But $1,000 is nothing.
I make that in a day and a half. I'm not even, you know.
Yep. So let me ask you. So when you flew over to Vietnam, you paid for that yourself?
Yes.
They didn't help you in any kind of way, hotel, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even worth the $1,000 with the airline ticket, the 32 hours of travel, the hotel, the entertainment.
Right.
You didn't even come out with a profit.
Right. So the way the premise is that you're inviting them along. That's the premise. You're inviting them along. Now, I'm not going to say they didn't do anything at all for me. I'm not going to say it, but not enough where I would have been like, it's not enough where I'm like, yo, if it wasn't for you being here, I wouldn't have been able to do this. It's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was more or less like, okay, I wouldn't have been in this particular place if it wasn't for you. And this is a beautiful place. Thank you. But it's not like I wouldn't have been able to do what I wanted to do.
You would have went anyway.
I was going anyway. I was going anyway. Even if they said, like, people need to understand that. Even if they said to me last minute, we don't want to film you, I was still going.
You were still going to go.
I still needed my closure. You know, I was still going. My ticket was purchased. My hotel was booked. Everything was done. I had the vacation days already in. You know what I mean? I still had to get approval to go anyway because of the country it was. So it doesn't matter. I had to.
You already had it. You already had the permission. But what I wanted to say is, I looking at your Instagram, and when you put that notification up, I am, my NDA is, and I said, oh, I can get him. I can get him. I can get him. I started. But you're in a really good relationship right now, from what I can tell. And I saw her face, and I'm like, oh my God, I saw her.
I know what you think it is. It's not her. She does look like her. He does look like. You know what? I was just talking to my boy. He knows her. He's on the, like, I don't think he would want me to tell, but he's on a soap opera, and he's a friend of mine. And I had said, yo, she, Nicole, and all that, and he was like, yeah, man, she has a man, I known him for 10 years. I was like, damn, if I was single, man, I tell you what, right? So she's cool. I wish she would follow me, because I think she's a man. I like this. I had a crush on her since damn Family Matters and all that shit. Like, she is a man, she looked good to me.
Now, the girl that played, what was it? Family Matter. The one that played Laura.
Yeah, what about her?
I worked with her mom in DC when she got that role.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I worked with her mom.
Dope.
Her mom was the receptionist at ABC Contractors. And when her daughter got the role, I remember I went downstairs because she was like, oh my God. And I remember when she walked in that day, when she left to go take her to do her in, and I was like, oh my God. So yes, I worked with her mom.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. And I mean, I know they follow me. I know a few people like Sky Jackson's mom. I know. I remember I knew them before she became a Disney kid. And
and then I don't know if you watch Forrest Whitaker. What's the show on HBO?
Oh, the Showtime, the Harlem King of Harlem.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
The one that plays his daughter.
Yeah.
She's my really good friend's daughter. I got a picture of me and her together. I'll send it to you. When her grandmother died,
Godfather of Harlem. Yeah, Godfather of Harlem. That's a good show.
Harlem. I remember when she graduated from New York, her mom and my sister went up for the graduation. Her mom and my sister. But when her grandmother died, she came back to Houston, and I was looking. She was like, Miss Heidi, don't act like you don't know me. I said, girl, I said, no, you big time now. But no, her mom and I are really, really good friends. And but she took a picture. So it's just amazing the people that you meet and you get to talk to. Then, when I saw her on the screen, I was like, why does she look like her mama right now with the way she twisted her mouth? And I called her mom. I said, girl, your daughter just like you. She goes, she acted. I said, well, you act every damn day of your life. But so today is Father's Day. So what did you do for your father? Did you spend time with him?
I haven't spoken to him today. It was a message. Lexi sent him a message this morning. I have a lot going on. But I do have some people here, and I'm going to have to get off soon. But
I'm going to let you go because I need to go. I've been traveling. I know
tired. You're tired. You know, I am
tired. I have bags, and I was like, and I was trying not to lay down on my sofa.
Because you knew the moment you laid out, that was it.
The moment I lay down,
postpone the meeting, postpone the interview until next Monday or whatever.
Yeah, but Riley, I'm gonna let you know. You are welcome here anytime. I have really, and I told you it's just a conversation. I'm not gonna pour you out there to dry, but we had some questions.
I appreciate it. it. No, and I get it. And even if you did, I have a respect for bloggers. This is your job. And even if you did, if you call me out on my bullshit, I gotta own it or defend it. You know what I'm saying?
This is not my job. I do have a real job.
you have. Okay, let's put it this way: you have followers and viewers that expect you to ask those questions. And
but you see how respectful. Yeah, but you see, I forgot it was Father's Day, but when they're doing a replay, they already know that they're really respectful. They don't just come out like some chats. They'll be like, "Oh, you were simple. You were this." They don't do that in my chat. Now I'm the one that goes off. Look, I'm the one that goes off. Sometimes
I've been seeing your videos. I know. I was like, oh Lord, she's gonna relay into me. But I'm still there. You know what I mean? Because if you're right, you're right. If you're right, you're right.
Riley, sometimes I gotta check a bitch.
Right? I know. And that's what I'm gonna say. If you're right, you're right, and that goes out to all the bloggers. I gotta own my bullshit, man. Like, and if I did something, and you're right, you're right. If I can explain myself, if I can explain myself and then also say, but I had a big part of playing in this, I'm going to do that. I'm a straightforward, I'm an open book. I get it. I signed what I signed. I got to take accountability. It's not all sharp. It's not all violent.
It's not all violent.
I played the part in it. And I played the part in this shit. And I got to take responsibility for that.
If people actually paid attention and not just absorbing or seeing what they wanted them to see and not using their brain cells, like I'm sitting there going, that didn't even make that whole scene right there didn't make any sense. Something's missing out of here. So, it takes people. I've been watching these shows for a long time, and I pay attention to body language. I pay attention to people. And when I first saw Violet. I said, "Oh, this is not going to be good."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
she said it in the first when you first introduced it. I'm never wrong, and even if I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like she said it. Yeah, she's something else, and God bless.
yeah,
I don't know what's going on with her or what she's doing,
but
but
bless
God
her.
bless her
And
because
you, and
it ain't for
thank
me.
you for coming on
Absolutely.
and visiting with us anytime. But I definitely, you got to keep me up to date on that grand opening,
Yes,
because
ma'am. I sure will.
you
Sure
said
will.
July. Look,
Yes.
I've got to come. I got to get my plan together. I got to get my days together.
I will
But
let you know. I definitely will let you know. I'll give you a heads up. By God's will, like I said, hopefully July, but if it's not, it might be August. But we're working very hard. Lexi's cousin is here doing electrical, and her father's here. He's a carpenter. He's going to help me put up walls and all that. And we're going to try. I think I'm going to take off Tuesday and Wednesday to help him do some framing and everything. And
well, I saw the
moving along.
renovations that you were working on, but I want to say that, and you have my number, so you can either text me or you can hit me on IG. But thank you, and I really appreciate it. And I hope that you come back and visit us sometime.
I definitely will.
We can laugh and talk about anything. Just don't catch me on one of them bad days.
After January, when I'm outside of my pillow talk, then I'll come up and do commentary. But
yes, that'll be great. That'll be look. I can get you and Kelly on, because Kelly is so shy.
Kelly is my boy, man. Kelly came out here to support. Anyway, girl, let me go because I gotta go.
You have fun.
Lexi's looking at me. Lexi's looking at me, y'all.
Bye. Like, hi guys. Thank you for sharing him.
All right, y'all. Later.
Evening, Riley. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey, guys. Yeah, bye, Riley. Thank you. Hi, guys. I am back. Tomorrow. Oh, I got to drop it. Okay, so, yes. Thank you. I just wanted to have a conversation with him. I didn't want to throw, we had some questions, but, just having a conversation with Riley was great. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I would love to have him and Kelly together. But I am tired, but I know what I'm doing. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to be up. I have, before I have my morning meeting, I will do a morning live. I was listening in the airport. I was catching up on some things. And I saw Georgie in here. I thought, Georgie. Georgie did a damn good recap. I listened to Georgie a little bit. I haven't finished it, but I was getting some messages and I was like, ooh, boy, this is getting good. So anyway, we're glad to yes, Riley, nice. And Debbie. But Riley is a really, really nice guy. I was trying to don't say much. Oh my God, thank you. Don't say much. I appreciate it. So when I spoke to him before I left, I couldn't get him, he was busy. He had another interview to do. And he said, anytime. I said, Sunday would be the best day. So I really, and then I told him, I said, I'm getting in around 11. Did I tell him? Yeah, I was getting in around 11:30, which I was a little late, but I told him I'll be ready around 4:00. And I'm telling you, I could have did it from where I was, but I really didn't want to do that. I try not to mix my vacation. Oh my God. Thank you, Debbie. But he is a really, really. So Debbie, come on up and I want you to tell me what questions, or did I miss anything? Do you think I should have drilled him on this? I just like having conversations. I just want to have a conversation. I don't want to make them feel that they're on the spot. Because, there's always, and Debbie and I watch the show. Well, I watch, and, Debbie gets her little stuff, but I watch people. And when I first saw Violet, I'm like, no, she's a user. But I get him. She didn't use him. But I'm thinking that he had sent her money. Nope. Oh, there she goes. Hey, my sweetie. Hi. I missed you. Hi. Oh my God, she don't have her earpiece in.
Hello.
Oh, wait a minute. Drea said she watched the other 2 interviews and I like yours better.
I liked yours better.
Really?
Yes, because I saw 2 interviews he did. Moving Mad, where Moving Mad just stayed back and let Riley have diarrhea of the mouth. So he went off on too many tangents for me, and that was an hour and a half, and you kind of lost me through part of it. Then when he was on Kiki and Kivitz, I thought she controlled the interview, but I still wasn't interested. But I was asking a lot of questions. I was surprised that he was.
That's why he said,
questions.
"I remember you."
Oh Lord, sorry. Let me put the mute on my cricket. I'm watching World Cup cricket this month, so I'm a bit frazzled. So
okay,
then
Debbie, go ahead. Let me get some. Look, my coffee is empty. I didn't want to turn my camera off, and I just let me get some more coffee, please. I'm trying to wake up. Hold on. Go ahead, talk.
But Debbie. I like Heidi asked me to come up, and I was like, first of all, no, it's not my channel. It's your interview. And then second of all, it was just like, I was asking a lot of questions in Kiki and Kivitz. I think he's about sick of me. And that's why I had like 2 streams up. I had like my private, Debbie H, and then I was on as the commentary zone just in case he didn't want to answer anything from commentary zone. But yeah, I thought, look, Riley, like, first of all, I don't know why he decided to do this, considering he has a real job and makes real money and is a professional, is not desperate, is not wanted by the law, is not illiterate. Why did he want to do this? Second of all, his timeline is still a little wonky with me. If she lied about the visa, lied about her divorce, and lied about something else. I can't remember
Debbie,
what it was.
But you said it when we were reviewing the show that she was playing him, and and oh my God, you got your glasses on, you look so cute. You said that she was playing him, but you know what? I understood. So he was trying to get his coffee business off, and with the social media.
But that didn't make sense to me.
Okay,
because he had said, this is how I understood it from Kiki and Kivitz. The coffee business was supposed to be hers over there, and his cigar thing was supposed to be his here. And now it sounds like she was supposed to come over here with him and do the coffee business.
Yes.
But when he agreed to go over there, he already knew the relationship was over, and his current girlfriend is telling him, you have to do it for closure. Why are you planning a coffee shop?
Well, at the time, she was still his friend. Look, she was still his friend.
You don't bring friends over.
But here's the thing. So I think he was going to do it anyway, because he's still moving forward with the plans. Okay. Now,
but he also said he was going on this show to promote his music studio thing, plus a cigar bar. And that was what's supposed to be his stuff he was doing here. So now for him to say the coffee shop was over here too, I'm confused.
But Debbie, let me tell you, when I was in Houston, they were opening up like wine and I wanted to do a coffee and cigar bar, right off of Beltway 8. I had looked at a couple of spaces. We had went in and talked, and I was looking. I wanted to do a coffee and cigar bar, because they've got cigar bars. They got the ones with the wine. They got the.
I don't care about none of his business aspirations, because his girlfriend was walking up and down in that room once the 1 hour period went by. Didn't you see me say?
I saw her.
Right. So, I mean, she's in her shadow is in every interview he does. It's comical. But Okay.
But he's happy now and he looks good.
Happy, but he needs to stop doing this because Sharp is never going to do what he's asking about. He can write all the SOPs that he wants, but Sharp is now scraping underneath the barrel for their
they are
cast of characters. They are not interested in real relationships. And he knew fully well that there is no such thing as reality TV. Never has been, never will be.
It's the program.
If you want reality TV, go watch your 6 o'clock news.
Because that's reality now. Because everything now, I mean, when it started out, it was reality, you know.
Not even then.
I think so. Back in the MTV days, when they put them people up in the apartments and stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Why can't I remember that show? Treya, what was the name of that show?
Because I remember MTV, whatever. I remember the guy with AIDS died, and that's when I stopped watching.
That was so sad.
Yeah. Oh my God. I liked him. Mm-hmm. And when I found out because I watched like the next season of it.
Real World.
That was reality. That was reality. The shit with Vanderpump Rules and all of that, that's a program. That's not, and when he said that they had to reenact some parts, because when he and I talked about a few things, I was like, we knew it. Debbie even called it. Debbie said that happened beforehand. And
but this is how you catch them. This is why I love whenever they go out to eat. If you watch a scene where they are at any meal with food and drinks, the drinks is the easiest thing to catch if they are frigging with the editing.
Yep. The same thing when we were watching, what is it? Before the 90 days, when she came over here. Oh no, 90 days. And they were at the farm and they had this lasagna. 1 minute, they got a full pan. The next minute, the pan is, and then the next scene is a full pan again. I'm like, wait a minute. They were just eating. So the editing is horrible. But I think he looks really, really good. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks happy. And I'm just like, I'm shocked because most people don't know how to get off reality TV, like Jasmine and Gino. And
that's because they've made this their career. And this is why I don't understand why he went on this show. He is a man of means. He is a man who's educated. He is a man who's well-spoken. Why he's talking to people out in Vietnam, no idea.
But he said during that time he was depressed. It was a self-isolation for it. But still, to me, even with C-19, okay, even with the C-19 going around, it had to be, he had just broken up, not just broken up. It happened years ago, but they made it seem like it was 2-3 months ago.
My thing is, Riley, it just didn't make any sense to me. If you want to go on vacation to Vietnam, go ahead to vacation on Vietnam. But basically, with all of the red flags and all of the lies and all of the parental abuse that he caught her in before catching a
and then the embassy, and then the line about the embassy shit.
Yes, because I always wondered why he had her passport, because remember that came out during the tell-all. I was like, how you got her passport? And I'm here thinking that she's a scammer. Little did I know it was during all of that foolishness with trying to film in Canada. That he had it. And so then to find out she never even went for the interview, I was just like, why did you go? Why?
Because as his friend said, his now girlfriend, or Tiffany, one of them, I forgot which one, said he needed closure. See, to me,
but if you had broken up and you needed closure, you know what closure is? Bye. Not a plane trip and a camera crew going to film your ass over in Vietnam.
I'm trying to think. Have I ever gotten closure? Yeah. I closed you. I blocked your number.
No, I do not block people because I want to see who's calling.
Well, no, I don't block their number, but I do remove them off my Facebook page. I do, because you're not going to see nothing I'm doing or who I'm with or anything else, because it's none of your damn business. But I'm gonna leave your number there.
Restrict them.
Yep.
I restrict
them. I don't restrict. I just, because
I
you know
why? What you're doing, though.
There you go. Look, I'm gonna be like Riley. Just because I'm not following you anymore, don't mean that somebody else isn't following you. And I get the updates, because my sister, for some reason, I still got a couple of her exes on my page. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, they're not your exes.
Nope. But I just be laughing. I'm like, oh, damn. He went to that? Really? For real? I'm just like
nosy.
But one of them I blocked. So I guess they will follow me under 2 different accounts. So I saw that name come and I was talking to her. What was it before? I talked to her today. And I said, girl, guess who I saw on my page? She goes, I said, I don't know. I guess he was on another account. So she goes, what account? So I sent her the screen picture. And she was like, yep, that's him. I said, okay, I'm not crazy. I am tired. But so I think tomorrow morning I might do morning coffee. It depends if I wake up. Debbie, I came home. My suitcase is right there in the corner. I got to dump it out. I got bags. I got some stuff that I need to ship out. I'm just like, I sat on that sofa. I kicked off my shoes. I laid back. Oh, I started watching Queen Charlotte. I love Bridgerton, right? I binge watched Bridgerton the last 2 days because I had missed I think I did from episode 4 to the end where, they all got married and went off. And then today I'm sitting here and I put on Netflix, I see Queen Charlotte. I said, Queen Charlotte, it's 6 episodes. And my God, I'm on episode 3 and episode 4.
You're almost done.
Yes, that is a good little mini series. 6 episodes, Queen Charlotte.
Nice.
Oh, she's been bored without my morning coffee. Oh, y'all so sweet. But oh my God, my eyes are itching. Oh, I'm telling you, I have and let me tell you what I did. So I'm on the plane, right? Girl, I tied my hair up because I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be trying to do hair. I tied that. I'm on the plane looking like Aunt Jemima before I get kicked back.
Well,
relax. I was good to go. Oh, you miss me. You guys are so sweet. Okay. I didn't do grifting Sunday today, but we'll have to do grifting Monday. I need to make it up.
Oh no. Somebody got to pay the bills.
Somebody got to pay my bills now. Look, God damn. So, but anyway, I came in and it was 40 something degrees here. Alexa, what time is, not what time. Okay. Alexa, what's the temperature? It's 61 degrees. When I got here earlier, it was 45, windy, and it was a bad storm they had yesterday.
Well, Heidi, I was almost washed away with the Noah's Ark flooding that we were having down here in South Florida.
Again?
Yeah, tornado watches, flash flood watches for like 2 days straight.
I wasn't on Turtle Island. That's not me. That was Crazy Cat Mama. And then, you sent me that. And I was like, so I went to listen to the little clip. And then I heard my name. Okay, who do you want to add to the island? Heidi Black. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't want to be on no damn island.
What's Turtle Island?
Hurricane season. It's hurricane season.
Hurricane season's fine.
Oh my God. Yeah, so don't say much. Yes, it is good. I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to run some hot bubble bath, girl. I'm ready. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm going to soak in my tub and I'm going to put on Queen Charlotte and I'm going to listen to episode 3 again because I was making notes of stuff that I wanted to ask Riley. And then you know what I said? I said, you know what? And when he came backstage, we were talking because I talked to him on my way from the airport. And I said, you know what? I just want to have a conversation. Let's just talk. Let's just have a conversation. I don't want to go and that's it. But some things, I wanted to know about, but I just wanted to have a conversation with him. That's it.
I think that's why it lasted so long, because you've had the longest interview with him and you made him feel comfortable. And I don't think he was rushed in any way, which was really nice. Yeah. Of the 3 interviews, yours was the most entertaining for me.
Well, thank you. I'm an entertainer. Well, thank you. I try. Look, I try.
That's all.
But I didn't realize that we had been on for so long, and I'm just talking to him. And then I look, I said, it's 5:45. I didn't think we had been on that long.
It was good. It was good. I think he got what he wanted to say. And I think you asked good questions. I'm still confused with the timeline though. God.
Debbie, I'm going to be like you. Okay. He knew all the stuff she had done. I understand, but my understanding that I received from it, he had already bought the tickets.
Right. Maybe he could have still went on vacation without the camera crew though.
Yeah, you're right about that. But wasn't I right when I said that Violet had another man? They remember when I said that? I said, no, she's got a man.
He was one of many. He was one of many. He's just the one that showed up.
But both of them were there.
I think that was her fault. I didn't think she realized that they were going to cross paths.
And then after, remember that when she called him that day talking about she wanted to hang out, what did I said, oh, he had a business meeting or he's gone. I said, now she wants to spend time with him. She was trying, but she was fucking that other man. She was fucking that other man.
But why are we talking about babies with Violet? Violet is my age.
Dried up. No ovaries, no. Violet was lying through her teeth.
Violet said she was 40-something, but I know Violet is 69. I know she is.
I'm going to try to go to his opening. I really will, but it depends on when it is in July. Y'all got to remember, I have meetings. I have to, I've already, girl, I'm going to tell you, I already put in for my time in August. So, but I have meetings. I have like big meetings that I just can't go, oh, I'm going to be there unless it's on a weekend, fly in, fly out. I can do that. In and out, in and out, in and out.
If you go to East Stroudsburg, do not stay at the Club Wyndham. That place is a shithole.
I have a friend that lives in East Stroudsburg. I have friends all in Pennsylvania. I don't have to stay at any hotel. I can stay in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I have friends all over the place. Oh my God, I'm serious. I have friends up around the Poconos area. So yeah, I don't have to stay at no hotel. But
pick up a souvenir for me if you go. Yay.
I thought you said you were going to crash the party.
Only if his daddy making goat roti.
Oh, you know what? We might be able to make that happen. I forgot to tell him to tell his dad Happy Father's Day. Or did I tell him that? I don't remember. But anyway.
It doesn't matter. We weren't interviewing daddy.
Yeah, but I just wanted, you got to be nice. I'll do
the interview's
your
over.
PR meetings for you. Oh, Michelle's my PR person.
Wait, did Violet have sand? No, even finer than sand. Dust. There you go. Blown away. Dust.
Now it is. I'm serious. Just talking to him, even in text messages and just having a conversation. I was just like, this is not the man that was on that screen.
You know why? Because he knew the relationship was over. He knew about the lies. He knew about the fake divorce. He knew about the other man. He knew about the big black ugly comment. He knew all of that.
Am I crazy? Or did she say he was black and ugly?
Yes, that's what I thought.
She didn't say fat and ugly. When I first heard it, she said black and ugly. I said they changed that translation. That woman, because she said, because the word for black over there is, a word that we don't. That's what she said. She said he was black and ugly. She did not say
it was a long time ago. I remember taking.
I'll go back and watch it again.
But I remember taking high offense to it.
Yep. And then they were laughing about it. And I didn't find that shit funny at all. She did call him black and ugly. That's what she said.
But
and then somebody said, no, she said dark. I said, no, that word is black. I'm telling you, that word was black.
God.
They gonna put some fat, and I said, no, that's not what she said. Not at all. No. She didn't care about him. She was there, to make herself look good, and she made herself look bad. But she did do an apology.
But that's why I said while he was over there, he deserved what he got, because he should have never went with her in the first place. And then after hearing like so much about his job now, I'm like, why are you talking with somebody in a communist country? Like, for real? Come on now.
But again, I'm just like, but
I picked somebody from Korea. It wouldn't have been a problem. I told him
backstage, I said, Raleigh, I said, she made him look like a total fucking fool. And then everybody was, because people actually hated him. I was reading some of the posts they did on Reddit. I remember back then they were talking about how he's always causing issues, and you can see when something's missing out of a scene, because that was something happened before, because all of a sudden he's just gonna get pissed off and mad. Oh my God, Chantel, I watched this the one you did about the penny ferry yesterday. I actually watched that while I was in the airport around 3:00 in the morning. Look, my time, 3:00 in the morning. So I'm just like, oh my God, these people are just, oh my God, this is crazy. This is crazy, but I'm glad he's out. He doesn't want to do single life. He's done.
He should have never been on there in the first place. Never.
No, he didn't belong on there.
No, that's for losers. It is. It's for the Eds and the Angelas of this world.
And I don't see Raleigh as being a loser. The very, very smart man. And for him to work his way up to a GS13 from a GS4, shit, he's pretty damn smart.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And then the one other thing that I had, it's like, why are you giving out all these great ideas for a company like Sharp, which is a known toxic work environment? They're not going to treat their cast of characters any better. And why would you want media training and therapy from your tormentor?
I think he should really look into actually doing some type. I know he said he's mentoring a few people now, but I think with what he's experienced, but then again, the show is not, I was about to say it's not going to be authentic, but it's not authentic now anyway.
Correct.
Now, what's going on with Statler and Dempsey? Because I saw that Dempsey.
Okay. Statler is a whole piece of dog doo-doo.
Well, we already knew that.
Statler is just pissed that Dempsey scammed her before Statler could scam Dempsey.
So how did Dempsey scam her?
Statler has been on the verge of homelessness from when she was on last season. So she's mad. Remember when?
Wait a minute. So are they on another season now?
They are on the upcoming season, girl. Their season hasn't even started, and she's already talking all of the shit. And she came on and did this whole diatribe about, remember when they were on and last season, she was over in the UK with Dempsey, and they went to meet up at a pub with two of her Dempsey's girlfriends.
Yes.
Well, one of them.
I need Statler. Somebody get me Statler. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
One of the women, Georgia or Georgina or something like that, the girl that had the nose ring.
Yes.
She is Dempsey's fuck buddy.
Yes.
So Statler called her out on it and said, how do I know this? Because Dempsey cried and said she was sorry about it. She admitted it to me, but I covered for her, and I let I took the fall for her and I let her get the good edit and blah, blah, blah. She's doing all this.
But
So
Debbie, didn't you say that though? Didn't you say that?
Yes.
Thank you. You said that.
But here's the thing. If you knew about all of that, if you found out she had a fuck buddy from last season, why did you do another season with her and pay for the, remember they was going in a van. She said she's paying for the van and she's paying for her apartment. Whose apartment? Statler's apartment or Dempsey's apartment? Because your lease was up. You kept on stressing that last time that you had to make a decision.
Her lease was coming up. That's why she wanted to move. And but Dempsey was living at that commune, is what I'm gonna call it.
But that was nice. I like where Dempsey was living.
I like the little house.
I would have continued staying there. I would not have gotten in a van, but
Dempsey and Statler went to New York not too long ago because they were in a helicopter ride around Staten Island.
This is why I don't believe anything that Statler is saying. To me, Statler needs some sort of therapy and medication.
Yeah, she's a hoe. You saw Riley started laughing. I said, Statler's a hoe. She's a hoe.
Statler's a mess. Statler's like, I know I'm breaking NDA. I know I'm messing this up, but I don't care. Statler, stop it. We weren't entertained the first time. We not entertained now. I'll get you Statler, Heidi. By the way, Kelly said he would come back. Oh, yay, Michelle.
Yeah, he did. We just need to invite him, and I'm going to invite him up. But I think he does Mary on Wednesdays. He does Kiki
Monday?
On Monday. Okay, I'm gonna invite him up. I'm gonna invite him and Cynthia back. It's just been crazy, but I'm gonna get both of them back. Let's see. I know I'm gonna try my best to do Thursday, Debbie. I need to catch up. I haven't watched any reality TV in 2 weeks. I haven't watched not one show.
You ain't missed nothing.
I ain't watched one show. Look, I ain't watched one show, Debbie. Not
you
one.
You ain't missed nothing. You ain't.
And so while I'm sitting in the airport yesterday, I done booked my flight for August. I done booked hotel rooms. Girl, I was busy in the air. My phone was doing the work. I'm telling you. I done book flights. I done book return flights. I was like, oh, I got to get this done because if I forget, I'm going to wait. And then it's going to be like last minute airline tickets. I'm like, nope, I got to get this done now because I know what day I'm going.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you. And let me tell you, so I can't, I'm telling you, I actually had to come home and dig out a cigarette. I had 2 cigarettes, so now I got 1 left. I had to get me a smoke. Smoke, I'm tired. I need a drink, which I'm drinking coffee, but I think I'm going to make me a drink later on. I'm going to make me a drink when I get out that tub because I'm not drinking right now because I might fall asleep. I'm going to put my hair up. I'm going to make me a nice drink. I'm going to lay my ass in my bed and set my alarm because I do have tomorrow morning. I think my first meeting. Oh, I need to charge my other phone up. I think my first meeting is at 8:15. I'm back. But they knew I was supposed to be back tomorrow, early morning. I had the time difference wrong. And I looked at my time and I went, oh shit, I'm flying. And I'm like, fuck, I need a break. Debbie, you watching Love Undercover?
Michelle, my bell. I said I was going to because I thought it was interesting, but then the cricket started. And so I've been watching the cricket. I've been a bad YouTuber, but we all know this.
So has Statler broken her NDA already?
Hell yeah, because that season has not started and she's already said that the relationship is over.
I need Statler. I think I follow her. I don't know. I gotta go look. I think I follow her.
I don't know. I'd stay away from that, Heidi.
Why?
She's not stable.
That's why I want her. Look, that's why I want her. She's not stable. I can play mind games I can play mind games with her. She's not stable. I need to talk to her. So what's been going on MILF? Anything?
MILF? Oh gosh. They brought in 2 new women, two new grannies.
Oh, damn.
Yes, and bringing in, and I think they bringing in somebody else again. Like every week, there's like something else they pulling out the trick bag.
Okay, so who left? Anybody left?
The four guys left.
What 4 guys?
Michael, Chris's dad, Ashley, and Jacob, the father's son from England.
Yeah,
and Miles, Stacy's son. The cute
Miles left after him and his dad had that nice little conversation. So did they?
But the house isn't Daddy's Get Back Together with Sons. It's Old Lady Cottage.
Okay, got it.
Right.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try my best to
Oh, and the episode from last Monday for 90 Day UK, it's finally back up because they put it up on Monday, then took it down on Tuesday, and did not put it back up until the end of the week because the new couple that came on, what's his name? Tony and Nui from Phuket, Thailand. He's from England. He's supposed to be this top-notch, celebrity bodyguard thing, security.
Okay.
He's ex-military. He went and spoke with one of his buddies, and one of his buddies had a tattoo on his forearm that was it read Blood Honor, and that's some sort of bad group. And they took down that episode the whole flicking week. Like, anytime that you cannot
so did they edit it? Did they blur it out?
They cut the whole scene. From what I'm hearing on the Reddit, they cut the whole scene. We thought that they was just gonna edit over, like blur out the tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm hearing. I was looking on Reddit today. It seems like they cut the whole scene.
I got to look on Max. Hopefully, they got the uncut on Max. I don't know. But okay, I'm gonna it's gonna take me. I think I'm gonna dedicate. I still have to not edit. I have to finish. I have 2 uploads that I was supposed to be doing while I was gone, and for some reason I couldn't upload from my phone. So now I need to see what's going on with that bullshit because it was on LaToya Cantrell, the mayor of New Orleans, that bitch. Yeah, she's a hoe. She's fucking the police chief, and he's got a wife. Okay, so yeah, her.
What?
Oh. Yes. So and then, and then I saw Brooke sent me a message on Madeline Soto. I need to really catch up on that to see what's going on. I know he's been charged with capital murder now, but I know I need to see what's going on with the mother because I watched that video again of when they went to the police station. Her body language is telling me she knew something was going on. She couldn't keep still. It's like she had no emotions whatsoever. And then I was watching about this woman that stabbed the 3-year-old little boy. We're going to discuss that too. And then this guy in Louisiana that killed the mother and the daughter. These people are sick. They're sick, but
team too much.
Yeah, she knew. I'm telling you, go back and watch that police interview. Go back and watch when she's talking to the police. She knew. I'm watching her really, really, really close because Vinnie Politan had it up. I said, no, let me go find his body cam because I don't want to hear what he had to say. I watched it for myself. Then I went back and I watched Vinnie Politan. Exactly what I said. He said it. She knew. She knew. And when she was trying to dig for a picture of your daughter, girl, anybody ask me for a picture of my grandkids, I can go right to my goddamn photo album and go right there and show it to you. She digging for a picture of her daughter. But then he said at the party, she goes, no, I wasn't there. So, but then she said she watched her daughter get dressed at 8 o'clock in the morning. But he threw her laptop out at 7:30. So she's lying. That little girl was strangled. Did he strangle her in the car? Did he strangle her in the house? But the mother said she saw her at 8 getting dressed. She lied. Debbie, what are you looking at?
Cricket.
Oh, girl.
And it's not even good teams. I'm just watching it because the fielding is so bad.
So my first husband used to play rugby at Rice University.
Booties up.
Yep, he played rugby. But I have so much to say on that Marilyn Soto shit. But I'm telling you, I watched her. I looked at her. There was no tears. Her mother was there. Her sister was there. And like I said, when we first started talking about it, it wasn't like she needed to be with him because she had her place and he was supposed to be living with his parents, taking care of them. And he hadn't been there since December, which is bullshit. Girl, all of this shit is going around in my head. So yeah. And Micah Miller, oh girl, I'm telling you, when I couldn't sleep, my body was not on the right time zone. So I was, girl, looking up all kinds of shit. I was making notes and all kind of shit. I got a little tablet in one of them bags where I was making notes at. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go take me a nice hot bubble bath. And Debbie, look, make me a nice drink. I'm going to make me a nice drink.
After the bath.
Yes, after the bath. And then but thank you guys. Oh, you're welcome. I missed you guys. I really did. I really did. I missed you guys. And I need to call and check on Heidi too, because I'm surprised. I'm gonna have to call and check on Crazy Cat Mama because she wasn't about to say.
You're gonna call and check on Heidi?
Yeah. Crazy Cat Mama. Okay, so Michelle's gonna do my PR meetings. Thank you, Michelle.
Yay!
So I got a PR. Look, I have a PR person now. But Michelle, if you can get me Statler, that'll really work. I need Statler. I don't want to talk to
I will be up in the comment section for that.
Look, I need Statler. I
think that they already broke our NDA. Yeah, but I think they've probably reeled her back in and made her. I'm sure they made her delete that post that she put up, that video.
I don't know. I got to go check out her IG. Did she put it up on IG?
I think so.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
I watched it, I think, on Moving Mad. Excuse me. I think that's where I saw it. I didn't see it on social media because I don't follow them.
Oh, she on Lisa Watch. Okay, Chantel. Chantel is. I'm saying she's tracking these scammers. But yeah. So my eyes are getting dark. Oh my God, my eyes are getting dark. I'm tired. But I am. I have a meeting in the morning, and then I have another meeting at 10, and then the rest of the afternoon I'm out. I really don't go back full until Tuesday morning or Wednesday, which I was trying to be in that Tuesday, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. I thought it was you, Heidi. I was like, you go, girl. I was really yeah, I didn't want to be on no damn island.
But you got voted off though.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. What about JP? Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Hi, Gwen. I am I'll try to. I can even do your end of the month meetings if you want. Damn, girl, you good. You know what? My eyes are tired. Yeah, JP running off at the mouth. Yeah, I was looking at some of the stuff with the private investigator on Facebook. I was looking at that when I was trying not to fall asleep. Thank you, Cyber Hotline. I know there's a lot. I see that Maria did a live yesterday. I think Cooch did a live. So I'm gonna. I don't know how. Shit, I got to catch up. Daly said you were the shortest live contestant. So that's good. That's good. I don't want to be on no damn island. Don't want to be on the island. I don't mind voting for people, and rooting them on, but I do not want to be on the island. Chantel got strong computer skills. God damn, I got all kind of PR people. Thank you, people. All right, Debbie, honey, I will see you later. I will. I'm gonna try my best to do morning coffee tomorrow. Girl, look at my.
I'll look out for you. I'll look out.
Look, I'm gonna try my best to do morning coffee tomorrow. I really, really will. But we'll see. I told Danny that I was gonna try to do at least 3 morning coffees. I burnt myself, but now I burned myself on that. I didn't realize the iron was on when I was there. And I was like, his iron's not like my iron. And I was like, and I kind of like hit the corner, but it's scabbing over now. I was like, God,
you got aloe?
No, I always burn myself. Debbie, I got burns all over the place. I started burning myself when I was young. My grandmother, where's that mark on my face?
And you don't have an aloe plant in every house that you own?
Nope, I have cocoa butter, cocoa butter.
No, you got to use aloe. Cocoa butter.
I used to. My mother had an aloe tree out front. You just break a piece off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go buy one.
You need to if you chronically burn yourself because you have pretty skin. Don't fuck it up.
I thought it was a good way for you to promote your true crime. Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about Justin Ireland. Yes, Idris or Shaggy. Yeah, I don't. Matter of fact, I'm not even subscribed to him anymore, to Dolly anymore. With all of this breaking news updates, and I don't like clickbait. I just don't like it, and I don't want. Update this same shit over and over again. No, there's nothing. So yeah, I cut off. Yeah, I have unsubscribed from a lot of channels with that bullshit. My hands and wrists are too scarred for cooking over the years. But yeah, so sometimes you got to cut down your thing. But I love you guys, and it is so good to be back. I'm looking around. I don't have to vacuum. I just got to throw clothes in the thing. I have 2 boxes that I picked up from the office today that was sitting in there. They had a note on my door. Packages are in the office, so I picked those up. I forgot what the fuck I ordered now. Oh, I think one of them is my GoPro. And then I don't know what's in the other box, so I'll open those probably tomorrow.
What are you GoProing?
For my trips. I should have been had a GoPro. I should have been had one. I really should have. But look, I forgot I was supposed to grift for one.
You are a bad YouTuber. You do not remember to grift the things.
I got a grift. So I'm a grift tomorrow for my money back for the GoPro that I just bought.
Oh my God.
Oh my, yeah. Yep, go over to support Terry Lynn. And I know she's on it. Matter of fact, I talked to her before I left. What was that? Monday? Matter of fact, I talked to her. I was at the airport when I talked to her. Matter of fact, I had just got off. I was getting ready. I had to charge my phone, and then I was waiting. I was at my layover, and my phone was dying. I'm gonna see. I'll grift when I'm monetized. Okay, Chantel, I'm gonna get you something to grift for. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to grift for my
use a Venmo. Don't wait till you're monetized.
Oh, Scotland, look at you.
Oh,
the grifting has begun.
Chantel, don't wait for monetization. Put up a Cash App. Start practicing now.
Yep, Scotland, I'm gonna tell you right now. But they're not supposed to do that. And everybody does that on YouTube. It'll tell you if you're not monetized, you can't put up a Cash App. But people do it. Now, the ones that they do audit and they catch them, they never get monetized. But
I didn't know that. Never mind. Don't do it then. Don't do it.
Read TOS. If you're not a monetized channel, you're not supposed to have. And I used to tell that I'm like, you're not supposed, and I don't think that has changed at all. But Chantel, check your TOS to make sure you don't want to get in trouble.
We never put up any. Like I said, me and Jamal are bad YouTubers. At least at the commentary zone, we're bad YouTubers. We didn't put up anything. We don't put up Amazon lists. We just go to talk, which is rather boring.
Just go to talk. Debbie, we're bad YouTubers. We need to start learning how to grift. Like, matter of fact, I might start crying next week. I don't know. I'll find something to cry about. I have no idea, but I'm gonna start crying.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh,
okay. So, oh, you aren't almost monetized. Okay, congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations, Chantel. Congratulations.
As soon as you do that, put up all the Cash Apps and the Venmos and all of that. You got to cut out the YouTube.
You have, okay, you have 600. Okay, so now that's right. They changed it. So what is it, 500?
I can't believe they dropped it back down to 500 because it was 500 right before we started. And as soon as we started, they raised it to 1,000 and now they've dropped it back down. Wow.
Yep. So I think it's 500 subs. And I really need to start using my true crime channel. I'm just going to hook it up to this one when I do true crime because I forget to go on that damn channel. And
but you know that you could simulcast everything that you do. You just have to click.
Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting. How are
you doing that when you're setting up the show?
I forget, Debbie.
Girl, put a post-it inside your eyelid or something.
Look, I forget. I'm serious. And especially when I did my trash talking, I was supposed to be doing all my trash talking on my trash talking channel, but it's just so easy to hit that one and just say, fuck it, let's just do it. But I'm going to have to start really doing what I said I was going to do. But anyway, I am. Let me see. Congratulations, Chantel, my neighbor. Yes, congratulations. I am so happy for you, but I'm gonna definitely have to check out and see what, because I missed a few of the Lisa episodes, but the Penny Fairy one, I'm like, what the hell is a Penny Fairy? And I was like laughing my ass off. But anyway, so Chantel is almost monetized. Congratulations, Scotland. We did an interview today with Riley, so I didn't do Grifting Sunday, so it'll be Grifting Monday tomorrow. But I already have your 20. So that goes into Grifting Sunday. We got it. Monday, I got to switch it up. We got to grift. I'm grifting for my money back for the GoPro that I'd already purchased. Okay, E11 did a live about Penny Fairy. Okay.
Why do I feel like Emily is pregnant in Cameroon?
She got pregnant in Cameroon.
That's what she's saying, but she looked pregnant.
She always looked like that. She's big. She never lost the weight from the other baby. She keeps popping them out.
I don't know.
But you know what? Let me tell you. Kalani and her fast ass. I'm sure her daddy and mama are so proud of her. She don't know anything but birth control, does she?
I guess not, but mazel tov to her, Dallas, and the baby. Let's see how long he lasts.
He won't, because he's got her sister there that's all in the fucking business. But then I think they're like anyone but Asuelu.
Well, they'll like this one until he starts cheating on her. Because don't forget, Asuelu knocked her up before they got married.
I know. You know, she went on vacation just like Emily, and she liked to fuck the, well, okay, Kobe wasn't a local, but Kobe was fine and got a big dick.
Listen. Listen.
Okay, Scotland.
Emily thought that Kobe was her bonus egg roll from her Chinese food order. That's what that was. Until he left her with a little fried one.
Oh, Debbie. Oh, Debbie.
Like, I had to come all the way to China to have sex with a black man and for him not to go to jail right afterwards.
I know what I wanted to ask you. Michael and Angela. So Michael is in, well, we already knew he was a scammer, but she caught him red-handed.
Okay, look, that whole thing to me, like Angela, I don't understand what she's saying. She never speaks in full sentences, and she's always screaming. So I just tune her out. That thing that he's saving money, that's something that we do in the Caribbean. It's called meet and turn or susu, right?
Okay.
It's usually done with the church, but a group of people get together and you always, like, every week, every Friday or something like that, whenever like you get paid or whatever,
you put money in
them, you will put money in.
Okay.
And each week is somebody's turn to get a payout. They get the meeting turn.
Yes. Okay.
So you save for, like, you make contributions for 12 weeks, and on the 12th week, you get the payout. Someone else is the 11th week. Someone is the 10th week, whatever, you know? Okay. And that's how it works. You're trusting someone to hold your money until whatever week is your turn to get payout. And it happened, like, especially in the country where there were no banks back in the day. All the banks were in the city. You know, the churches came together. Yep. They did this. Africa now, decades later, they doing it on an app, and she's freaking out, not because he's saving money. You heard what she said. What about my rainy day? It is money that she has no access to.
But you done spent all of his money on plastic surgery and shit that didn't help you.
Correct.
You look like shit.
But she's been saying that he can't make any money on Cameo and he can't make any money here or whatever. So she's thinking that she's got his balls in a chokehold over there. Little does she know that he is making money. And he's in this group that he's been 7 years in this mess. Why can't he turn a profit on his experience of 7 years of trying to wheedle his way to get a visa to come to the United States? I feel sorry for the idiots who are paying him for his advice, because it's been 7 fucking years and he still ain't here. But I digress. I can't tell the people what to do with their money.
The idiot. Okay.
Why is it's a problem that he is in a forum, whether he's the administrator or not, talking about his experience and navigating and tricking women to get over here? And the thing with her tax forms. Okay, so she read something and he had to upload her tax forms. He had to upload the tax forms when he was applying for the visa because she had to prove she had money. But she's trying to make it seem like he is giving her information away. And then the stuff about the life insurance, what they know about life insurance? Like, ask me if Michael know anything about life insurance.
Nope,
so he's asking, what does the life insurance do? That's an honest question in the forum. Nobody wants to fucking kill you, Angela, because if they did, they would have done it already.
Girl,
nobody is going to jail for killing
Nobody want to go to jail for your nasty ass.
Nobody wants to contaminate the jail with your residents. Like,
she
come
looks
on.
horrible. I saw her on IG. I was scrolling through IG and I saw her. Girl, what? Did you not see her? I guess calling herself flexing all this skin. Angela, I'm older than you, Angela.
I'm not even talking about that. I am just horrified every time we look at her nails. Is she fist fighting in Africa? Every other nail is broken down to the quick.
I saw that one time.
Oh, it's frightening. It's frightening.
Oh, Lord. But I did see I think it was Wet Soccer Moving Mad. I watched when you see her her nail was broken to the quick.
That's the thumbnail. The thumbnail, because you can still see the bit of blood on the corner. It's gross.
Yep. So I mean, so there's no nail shops in Africa then, right? or Nigeria?
She is not paying those people to touch her nails.
Okay. Well,
she went out there with her hands looking like that because nobody in Georgia wants to touch her, or she went out there fist fighting and
probably punching at Michael.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, her dentures does look like they're upside down. Looks like she's got glue all down there. I'm like, ugh.
You mean those black things between her teeth?
No, down here it looks like she's got. It looks like she's got this. What do you call them that sit on top of the teeth? Veneers or whatever. I don't think they're in there right. Her teeth are horrible.
She has to have dentures because her gum wasn't stable enough for implants.
Yeah, but do you see this? And it looks like she's got all this plaque down there. But it look like she don't brush. Ooh, I don't even want to look in her mouth. Anyway, look, I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look. I don't want to look. But damn, Michelle said her dentures look like they're upside down. God damn, Angela.
I think her dentures are. I don't think she got proper dentures.
Okay.
I think they might be too big for her, or they never. Like, if you don't take that mold properly, your dentures are gonna come out fucked up. If you don't go to like a dentist that specializes in making dentures, and I have a feeling she has the hard dentures and she didn't want to pay more to get the softer dentures. Okay. I only know this because of my mom. She had dentures. But you have to pay extra for the softer dentures. I just think that they're ill-fitting. They seem a little loose. She needs to get some Fixodent. I wonder if they're causing her blisters because they're ill-fitting, and then she doesn't know how to talk around them.
Oh, Lisa is live. Oh, damn. Okay, she got look. Okay, so Debbie, tell me about that thing by her eye. Has it gotten worse?
I haven't been looking at her.
Okay.
I didn't look at the show today, so because I was diligently on here asking questions to your guests.
Okay, I had my sleeping look. I gotta go pull my sleeping mask out. Oh, girl, that mask that I have with the music, for some reason I can't get it to power up the charge anymore. So I gotta go back and read the instructions anymore. It's been a while since I can't remember, but I get it. That is good for the plane, to be honest. That's good. But anyway, I gotta go. My eyes are getting low. How low can they go? And I will definitely Wisco. When she gets to drinking too much, it dissolves to fix it. Then they start falling down. Don't help with the slur. That's true. That's what it seems like when she's been drinking, right? Yeah. Oh, B. I haven't forgotten about you, B. All right.
So fix it then. Oh my gosh.
Maybe she used too much Fixodent. That's what we see down there, but
no,
I don't know.
But the black thing between her teeth, like, is that tar buildup from the cigarettes?
But it doesn't look, it has to be something, because you saw what I was like, what is that between her teeth? I don't know. But yeah. Yep. And I just saw that Danny went live. I just got a notification. So is Danny live right now? I know it's a pajama jammy thing. I don't know. So hold on, let me see.
Oh my God. Okay, so I flipped to Old Lady Cottage, and Anthony and the new girl, Rebecca, as well as his son Joey, is with the new girl, Shauna, who's black. And they're doing body painting.
Okay, but what about, I thought that he really liked, what's her name?
Child, that was the giggle last week, because Lynette was having a full-on meltdown because he picked the new girl, Rebecca, to go on the date after the challenge. and Disco Mommy was upset because Joey did not pick her for his date. He picked the new girl, Shauna.
Well, aren't they supposed to take the new girls out?
No, remember you win the challenge and then you get to
choose who you want to go out with.
Yeah.
Well, I see Barbie on IG is having a good time. She's out with her girls, having a fun and everything.
Barbie's a hot mess. She's been giving us like some little details. Nothing that's revealing anything. It's like what happened after.
Okay.
But yeah, Barbie's still checking in, leaving comments on the channel, which we appreciate.
Okay. All right. I haven't spoken to her since that day. Well, no, like maybe 2 days after that. I really haven't had. Well, I noticed that she did send me a message one day, but I haven't had time to go look at anything. So I guess she thinks, oh, well, she doesn't want to be bothered. But I know I wasn't going on Reddit to but it was so funny when Riley says that she probably wanted a Heidi Gap. I know when Riley said he's checking out my channel, he was like, oh gosh, she's gonna eat me up. No, that's only when I check a bitch. I don't do that. I'm good. All right. 1 minute. I'll be begging for smoke. Okay, Chantel. So she begging for smokes and food. Okay. I'm gonna listen to that while I'm in the tub. But Debbie, I love you. And Friday. I don't know. Do we do cut?
You can do it Friday now because I gotta talk to you. But yeah, things are changing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, for the good?
Yeah. We'll talk.
Okay, guys. So yeah, let's look at that. Yes. Okay, we'll talk. Okay, so let me know when you want to talk. Okay. Send me a message. I'm good. Tomorrow, if you want to talk anytime after 11, that'll work too. No, not yeah.
You call me when you're free. You call me.
I'll call you.
Okay.
I'll call you. I love you guys. Have a great evening. Happy Father's Day to everybody that are women doing it on your own. Some fathers in the chat. Happy Father's Day to your fathers, to your girl. Just happy day. Happy Sunday.
Whoever's a parent.
I'm going to get some rest. Good night, everybody. Bye. I'm so tired. Bye.